correct. Wyatt's in there with his 6th steal of the season. Taking off on the very first pitch here to Josh Young. So Wyatt gets himself into scoring position. He got a pretty good jump there on Corbin. And now Young ahead on the count. The set by the left-hander. And the 1-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike, so make it 1-1. Young looking for his first hit on the road trip. He went 0 for 13 in the series down in Miami, drawing 1 walk while striking out 5 times, but his .296 batting average still 3rd highest in the American League. The 1-1 inside, and it hit him. It clipped him. Josh was turning in to get away from the pitch, and it just grazed him. So he's hit by the pitch. Runners are at first and second with nobody out now for Brandon Nimmo. Well, last year, Corbin, who, remember, signed late. He was signed late during spring training. Didn't begin the season in the Rangers rotation, but ended up making a total of 30 starts last year. Went 7-11 with a 4.40 ERA. This year, 2-3 with a 4.73 ERA through his first 14 starts. And the first pitch to Nimmo. Brandon checks his swing. The pitch a little low and outside for ball 1. Brandon hitting .265, 8 homers, 28 runs batted in. The first
field
3
corner. This ballpark expects to have a crowd of over 30,000 tonight. This ballpark now seats 35,000. Acres of bleacher seats above the 19-foot wall in left and left center. The 3 decks then begin in right center, curling their way around the foul pole to home plate. 2 decks from home plate down the left field line.
Even the count to 1-1. For example, last year Corbin threw his 6-7 with a 3.91 ERA. The Rangers in those 21 games were 10-11. This pitch comes in low, and that'll make it 2 balls and a strike. In his first 14 starts this year with Toronto, he's 2-3 with that 4.73 ERA. The Blue Jays in those 14 efforts are 7-7. So again, you have a 5th starter that you want to just have him give you an opportunity to win a ball game. Here's a swing and a foul at the plate, 2-2 the count. And Corbin has done just that this year. This is his 388th career appearance in the big leagues over 14 seasons. It is his 369th career start. 2-2 the count to Nimmo. Corbin, a look back to second, and now the pitch, and that's looped down the right field line. Fair or foul? Fair ball. Just inside the line. Langford's around third. He's in to score. Young hitting the bag at third. Corey Ragsdale has the stop sign out. It's an RBI double for Brandon Nimmo. And after 3 batters, the Rangers have a 1-0 lead.
It's a really nice job with 2 strikes. Brandon Nimmo against the lefty Corbin got a breaking ball down and away. If he doesn't swing, that might be a strike. It looked like it could have clipped the outside corner at the knees, but Nimmo just got a little bit of extension and was able to keep it fair. A really nice start for the Rangers, trying to build off of their win last night.
You know, Nimmo got off to such a good start against lefties this year. He's tailed off here a little bit of late, but overall he's done an admirable job. And for Nimmo, for the course of the season, as this first pitch to Berger misses, 4-1. Nimmo now with 20 doubles. He is the team leader in doubles by a lot. Josh Young second in that regard with 17. The 1-0. And that misses low. So 2 balls and no strikes to count to Berger. Berger hitting .255, 14 home runs, 48 runs batted in. The 2-0. And that's over the inner half for a strike, so make it 2-1. Jake has reached safely in 11 straight. And of his 14 home runs, 12 have come on the road.
That was an angry pitch from Corbin. He dialed that up to 93.4 miles an hour. He's averaging just over 91 this year with the fastball. He's not a guy that throws it beyond 90, 91, 92 often.
2-1 pitch, and that's hit foul over the screen into the seats down to our right. 2-2 the count. And you know he wants to do well against the team for whom he pitched last year. Nimmo, by the way, that run batted in his 29th of the season. And now Corbin with the 2-2. Breaking pitch over the plate, but that's down. So make it 3 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a really nice take by Jake. A slider over the plate, middle of the plate, but it was considerably below the zone. Not going to get good contact if you offer at it, if you make contact at all. That's a tough pitch to take, though, with 2 strikes.
The 3-2. A swing and a miss, and Berger is out on strikes. Went back to the fastball that time. And that's the first out in our ball game.
Well, that pitch would have been ball 4. It's a little bit above the zone, but again, you can't cover all parts of the plate. You can't consistently protect all parts of the zone. So Berger did a good job laying low, or laying off low, so Corbin went up, and he was able to get the chase.
Infield remaining at normal depth here for Justin Foscue, and Foscue will take a pitch on the inside edge for strike 1. Right-handed hitter, Foscue batting .256 overall. 4 homers and 10 runs batted in. A .355 hitter against left-handed pitching. Right foot along the back line of the box, an open stance. The 0-1 check swing bouncer foul over in front of the Rangers dugout. And the count 0-2. From Toronto's perspective, they'd like to see some innings out of Corbin today. Here recently, he hasn't been giving them much in the way of depth. His last 2 starts, each going 3 2/3. His start prior to that, June the 8th here against the Phillies, he went only 3 innings. So over his last 3 starts, he's totaled just 10 1/3. Leo 2. And he misses high with the fastball. Young darts back to third. He had come down the line a little bit there. So make it a ball and 2 strikes. Now, given what the Blue Jays got yesterday, Kevin Gausman going 6 innings despite giving up 6 runs early, and then Simeon Woods-Richardson giving them 3, they only used 1 of their relievers. As this slider comes in low, blocked by Valenzuela, and the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brandon Valenzuela ranks very high when it comes to a number of defensive metrics, and in fact, he enters play today with a defensive runs saved of +6. It's one of the reasons why Toronto ranks highly behind the plate. This pitch comes in high and tight, and the count now full to Justin Foscue. In fact, the Blue Jays, according to the good folks with Sports Info Solutions, almost all of their positive DRS comes from the catching position. If you take everybody else combined, they're essentially neutral defensively. As Foscue bounces this one foul on the left side, and the count remains full. Alejandro Kirk, who caught yesterday, recently back off the injured list, is a +1. And Tyler Heineman, who just got traded to the Angels about a week and a half ago when Kirk came off the IL, he too was very good defensively, a +6. Infield comes in, and now the pitch is lined by Foscue out into left. Coming in to score is Young. Nimmo goes to third and stops there. So on that particular 3-2 pitch, the Blue Jays brought the infield all the way in. Foscue lines it over the left side of the infield for an RBI hit, and the Rangers lead 2-0.
Matt, they brought the infield in while Corbin was coming set, and the shortstop Jimenez, had he not moved, would have made that catch easily. A soft line drive to the back of the infield. By coming in, it opened up an opportunity for the ball off of Foscue's bat to become a hit. Obviously, the Blue Jays trying to cut down a run. They feel like in that spot, maybe more likely that there's soft contact on the ground, but Foscue zigged when they thought he was going to zag.
So here comes Ezekiel Duran, who swings and fouls one off Valenzuela's mitt for strike 1. They literally took themselves out of the play with that late movement coming in as Corbin was delivering the pitch. So the first run coming in on Brandon Nimmo's double, that's brought to you by Kubota. Runners at the corners now, and this ball is flared into right, another base hit. Nimmo is in to score. Foscue moves up to second. Opposite field RBI single for Ezekiel Duran. It's 3-0 Texas.
Zeke going the other way. He's been so good with runners in scoring position. It's been a rough stretch for Zeke. 2 for 15 on the road trip prior to that single, but coming through in a nice spot to help the Rangers add to their crooked number in the first.
RBI number 41 on the season for Duran. Only Jake Berger with more runs batted in on the ball club. Valenzuela goes out to have a word here with Corbin. So Nimmo gives the Rangers the lead. Foscue and Duran provide some insurance runs here in the first inning. Those are brought to you by Globe Life. For over 125 years, Globe Life has helped protect families when they need it most. Globe Life, make tomorrow better. So that brings up Kyle Higashioka hitting 7th in the order.
What a swing. Corbin got ahead of Foscue 0-2 in a big strikeout spot. Could have changed the course of the inning, but Foscue works the count full singles, then Duran does the same, and now the Rangers continuing to cook.
First pitch to Higashioka, a little bit outside. It pops out of Valenzuela's mitt. Rolls a little ways to his left, but the runners stay put. Ball 1 here to Higashioka. So the Rangers so far, 6 batters. 5 of the 6 have reached base safely. The only batter retired, Jake Berger, who struck out. Foscue at second, Duran at first. Higgy batting .233. The 1-0, swinging a ball drilled foul. Well down the left field line. He parks it in the second deck. But again, foul by about 3 sections. It was never going to be fair. It's way out in front on that pitch, and the count at a ball and a strike. Higgy 2 for 3 in the ball game yesterday. A couple of singles plus a walk. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Slider that time from Corbin. And the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Well, the slider has yielded results for Corbin this season. Opponents only hitting .169 against that offering. The 1-2. That's in the dirt behind the plate. Blocked by Valenzuela. And that'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last year when he was pitching for Texas, opponents hit .264 off of his slider. Essentially, to this point in the season, his slider and changeup much better than last year. His sinker, though, this year has really been knocked around. Much worse than it was last season. And this pitch is down. So Higashioka battles back here. And the count is now full. Rangers had 5 opportunities with men in scoring position yesterday. Went 1 for 5 on the season. Texas hitting .251 in these spots. The 3-2, swing and a miss. Slowed the slider down there and came in on Higashioka. So Higgy strikes out, second out in the inning. And that brings up Alejandro Osuna. They shop Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off paints and stains today through July the 6th. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. 3-0 Rangers on top. 2 on and 2 out for the left-handed hitting Osuna. Alejandro batting .260. No homers. He's driven in 12. Had a 1 for 4 night last night and takes this pitch outside for ball 1. Osuna 5 for 12 against left-handed pitching this season. He swings here, pops it up foul. This one over the screen, into the seats, about a dozen rows up. Fan makes a nice catch there beyond the Toronto dugout. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. We've got a packed house here tonight. Folks lined up, according to reports, as early as about 1 o'clock this afternoon for an Alejandro Kirk jersey giveaway. There's a little chopper out in front of the mound, picked up by Corbin. He spins, gets it to first in time. Osuna the final out in the inning. But the Rangers put up a crooked number. 3 to be exact on 4 hits. They'll leave 2. And after a half inning of play, Texas 3, Toronto coming up on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
In Texas, we say yeehaw.
In Monaco, we say enchanté.
We got pickup trucks.
We have super yachts.
But now you can have both. Get the best of both worlds with Monaco scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery. Play for a shot at top prizes up to $1 million. Or enter for a chance to win a VIP trip to Monaco where you could become a millionaire.
That is a lot of money.
You've got that right. Au revoir.
Must be 18 or older. Play responsibly.
A little sweet. A little heat. A whole lot of flavor. Whataburger's coming in hot. Not too hot. With a new Hot Honey Crisp What a Chicken Sandwich. It's got a tangy red pepper cheese, topped with our new crispy chicken breast, and drizzled with sweet hot honey. Here for a limited time. Don't say we didn't warn you. What a burger. Come one, come y'all.
In baseball, stats matter, but numbers alone don't win games. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, here with Rangers legend Michael Young.
Michael here. The best teams see the whole field. That's how you win. Off the field, I wanted the same kind of team around my financial life.
At Trajan Wealth, our family office brings investments, tax, and estate planning together. Call Trajan today.
469-949-TEAM. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
That one's a moonshot. Moonshot is powering big wins off the field, building UL 891 switchboards in our 500,000 square foot Texas facility for the AI revolution. Family owned, Texas made. Moonshot, making the impossible possible. MoonshotUS.com.
Right, big game Nate going for Texas here tonight. And Eovaldi will be facing Springer, Lucas, and Guerrero in the bottom half of the first inning. Eovaldi here this evening making career start number 313. And he'll fire a strike into the right-handed hitting George Springer. Springer hitting .219, 8 homers, 21 runs batted in. Took an 0 for 4 at the top of the order yesterday. Eovaldi drops the glove, lifts it, pushes it forward, turns, kicks, and deals. And that pitch low and outside. So make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Our plate umpire tonight, Jim Wolf, Alex McKay, the umpire at first, the crew chief Alan Porter at second. Roberto Ortiz is on the call down at third. And Springer awaits the 1-1 offering. And he'll take it just a little bit low. So that makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Eovaldi, after 15 starts, 7-7 with a 4.24 ERA. 93 1/3 total innings. Here comes his 2-1. And it's bounced to the left side. Charged by Young. He's up with it. Sets and throws. Perfect throw over to Berger. We've got 1 out here in the bottom of the first. That will bring up the left-handed hitting Nathan Lucas. Eovaldi has given up 88 hits in those 93 1/3. He's walked only 22. He has struck out 92. Opponents are hitting .246 against him. Lefties, like Lucas, hitting .260. Righties batting .227. First pitch to Lucas. And that's over the inner half. 4 strike 1. Lucas getting moved up in the order by John Schneider since he is so good against righties. He's batting .331 against right-handed pitching, just $1.25 against lefties. Here comes the 0-1. And that one, a little high and inside. Didn't miss by much. That'll make it a ball and a strike. Overall, Lucas batting .297, 3 homers and 15 RBIs. Now the 1-1 pitch. Broken bat, bouncing ball over the mound, over second, fielded there by Ezekiel Duran, and he fires across. We've got a couple of ground ball outs here in the bottom half of the first. Eovaldi looking for the shutdown inning. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming up. Rangers baseball brought to you by Whataburger. Try Whataburger's new Hot Honey Crisp What a Chicken Sandwich for a limited time. Righty on righty. First pitch coming to Guerrero. And Eovaldi pours it in there, 4 strike 1. Guerrero hitting .273, 4 homers, 32 runs batted in. 0 for 4 last night with a couple of strikeouts and a couple of ground ball outs. Here comes the 0-1. And that ball is hit to deep right center field, but Langford cruising to his left will make the one-hand grab, and it is a 1-2-3 shutdown inning for Nathan Eovaldi. That 1-2-3 inning brought to you by Pays Online Checkout. We head to the second. Rangers lead it 3-0 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
When you buy a product from BT Medical, take comfort knowing you just made a purchase from a local business. We have the necessary experience to service your product. That's something you just cannot get when you buy online. Sure, maybe it was less expensive, but what do you do when something undoubtedly will go wrong? Parts for cheap online alternatives are impossible to find. Keep your business local. Keep yourself at ease knowing you purchased a quality product from an accredited business. Be smart. Shop BT Medical, a locally owned business located at 201 Linda Drive.
This is KSST 1230 AM, Sulphur Springs, Texas. Find out more about KSST by going to KSSTradio.com. We want to thank you for joining us for Texas Rangers baseball.
Hey, Rangers fans, spring and warm weather is officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of the Texas Rangers, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. The Rangers Tropicolada Smoothie is back in the lineup at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. This fan-favorite blend of pineapple, coconut, and banana is a total home run. Pair and save when you add a flatbread, wrap, or quesadilla. What a steal! The Rangers Tropicolada Smoothie is only here for a limited time. Get one today. Order ahead in the Tropical Smoothie Cafe app for fast, easy pickup. Tropical Smoothie Cafe, the official smoothie of the Texas Rangers.
We go to the top of the second. Rangers are up 3-0. Here's Jared.
Thanks, Matt. Patrick Corbin's first pitch to Nicky Lopez is a soft slider at 75.4 miles an hour that bends in for a strike. Corbin wearing bright red sleeves underneath his Dark City Connect top. 0-1. Lopez reaches for one and hits a skimmer on the ground to short. Jimenez up with it over to first, 1 out. So Corbin, who allowed the first 3 batters to reach for the Rangers in the top of the first, retires the first man in the top of the second with Texas on top 3-0. And we go back to the leadoff man, Wyatt Langford. A pretty busy time for Toronto sports. Prior to tonight's game, Alan Graves, the Raptors' first-round pick out of Santa Clara, threw out the first pitch as Langford swings at the first pitch. And this one is plopped right over Guerrero down the first base side into foul ground. Langford digging for 2. The throw's on the money. The tag is in time, and Langford is cut down trying to extend his bloop single into a double. That one dropped just beyond Guerrero's reach and hit on the back of the infield dirt and then kicked towards the sidewall near where the ball boy sits in foul ground. But Guerrero did a great job continuing to hustle after it. Picked it up with a bare hand and threw a one-hop strike to Jimenez, who hung in there with Langford bearing down on him. Langford slid in and kind of was table-topped inadvertently by Jimenez. And Jimenez was able to hold the ball, get the tag, and the Rangers making out on the bases. And Langford, on his way back to the dugout, had some words for his buddy Patrick Corbin. And there are 2 outs. Here's Josh Young, first pitch inside.
Number 1, the hit looked like a chip shot in golf, like you kind of wanted to lay it up somewhere short on the green, and he just got it over Guerrero.
1-0, Young takes a strike, 1-1.
And then the play is similar somewhat to the Osuna play yesterday, and Skip Schumacher addressed that when he was questioned about it by the media today.
1-1, that's low, count 2-1.
The question specifically came from Mike Bassick about, is the first base coach involved at all there in helping the runner? And the response was, it's 100% on the base runner.
2-1, a strike. Slider at the bottom of the zone. Count 2-2 to you.
The play is in front of you. He can see where Guerrero is, where the ball is. And so it's totally up to the base runner whether he thinks he can make it to second or not. Wyatt obviously felt that since Guerrero hadn't gotten to the ball that he could make it to second. He miscalculated.
2-2. Swinging a foul back. And as soon as yesterday, he just made a bad read.
Right, he hit the ball harder.
Yeah, I thought Langford had a better chance to get there. I thought it was a great play by Guerrero right there to get him at second.
Yeah, I mean, those were different circumstances.
2-2, bounce foul, third base side.
But still, all in all, from the runner's perspective, the ball is in front. He can see what's going on. He can see how far the fielder has to go to get it. And in this case, Guerrero's back was to the diamond, and so I think that came into the calculus for Wyatt, thinking, all right, he's got to turn to make the throw.
2-2. Strike 3 called. Corbin gets Young watching a slider over the outside corner, and that ends the inning. So Corbin faces the minimum. Langford gets the single, but thrown out, trying to stretch it to a double. And we go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Rangers on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Back pain, muscle strain, or a stomach ache? Skip the internet search and talk to a healthcare professional. Call Medical City Healthcare's Consult-A-Nurse to connect to an experienced licensed nurse who can provide health advice where and when you need it. Consult-A-Nurse is available 24/7 and it's free. Call 844-70-NURSE. When it's a question of your health, don't leave it to guesswork. Medical City Healthcare Consult-A-Nurse, the official healthcare system of the Texas Rangers.
Nothing pairs with Rangers baseball like big flavor, and nobody does it like Portillo's. We're serving up Chicago-style hot dogs, juicy char-grilled burgers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and one-of-a-kind chocolate cake shakes, all made with high-quality ingredients and bold, craveable flavor. And don't forget our signature slow-roasted Italian beef sandwiches, piled high and dripping with goodness. Pair it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola for the perfect lineup. Hungry yet? Good news. Portillo's has 10 locations across DFW, so you're never far from your next bite. As the original American single malt from Texas, Balcones Distilling has been leading the recently ratified American single malt movement from the beginning, right from the heart of Texas. Whether using high-quality Texas grains, collaborating with the uncompromising climate, or adapting to let local flavors flourish, Balcones intentionally crafts every bottle of award-winning whiskey to deliver a true taste of this great state. Balcones, the official Texas whiskey of your Texas Rangers. Must be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly.
The official home for Wildcat and Lady Cat sports is KSST 1230.
It's all year long. Your home of the Rangers, the Fan.
3-0 Rangers lead. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Broadcast brought to you by Globe Life. For over 125 years, Globe Life has helped protect families when they need it most. Globe Life, make tomorrow better. First pitch from Nathan Eovaldi to Kazuma Okamoto is a cutter that misses outside, ball one. Okamoto had a 2-run home run in the ninth inning yesterday off of Jacob Latz to inject some life and some hope in the Blue Jays' comeback efforts. The 1-0 is a curveball that slants in for a strike. Over his last 12 games, Okamoto 5 homers and 13 RBIs. He leads the Blue Jays with 18 home runs and 51 ribeyes. And the Blue Jays, like the Rangers, have also played exactly 81 games. 1-1, a swing and a miss. Curveball, and counts 1-2. So in Okamoto's rookie campaign, he's on pace for 36 homers and 102 RBIs. Armored up on his left arm. Staying in the back of the box from the right side. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Eovaldi sped it up with a cutter. Gets Okamoto swinging, and Eovaldi with his first strikeout. It's the first out in the bottom of the second inning. Well, talk about it being a big sports day before that White Langford chip shot. So Alan Graves, first-round pick of the Raptors a couple days ago, threw out the first pitch. Earlier today, there was a World Cup match a few minutes away between Senegal and Iraq. Senegal won.
I saw they were up 1-0. Was that the final?
No, I'm not sure what the final was. I just remember that they won. Something tells me that they scored a few more goals than just the one. And according to Paul, 5.
5?
1 for each finger.
How about that?
Now, Iraq had a red card in the first half, so Senegal is on the power play for quite some time. 1-0. That's high. Now, speaking of the power play, the Maple Leafs just selected Gavin McKenna, who's long been thought to be the best player in the NHL draft with the first overall pick. It's kind of a fait accompli that they were going to take him. But it was official tonight. The 2-0 is low. Count 3-0 to Varsho. And McKenna, who's, I think, an Ontario kid, right? I think he went to Penn State, but I'm pretty sure he's a local lad. Evaldi deals home, and he misses inside, so Varsho draws a walk. Well, I guess Whitehorse, so that's not that local. But he's Canadian, and he's going to Toronto. Maple Leafs.
Has it been 10 years since you and I went to the regular season home opener?
More. Wasn't it 2015?
Has it been 11?
Yeah. First pitch to Clement is driven in the alley right center field, but Langford's got a beat on it. He and Nimmo converge, and Nimmo makes the catch, cutting in front of Langford. Ooh. That could have been scary. Thankfully, those two did not end up colliding. And
they brushed a little bit. I think there was a slight bit of contact, but fortunately, they did not collide directly. Just a little bit of a brush there. Langford had his glove out, and I think that his glove in right hand hit Nimmo's right shoulder.
Well, that is Langford's ball as the center fielder, but thankfully he had the presence to sort of back away as he reached out. First pitch to Sanchez is a curveball low. So anyway, fun times in Toronto.
Yeah.
And an extension of Toronto, Masai Ujiri, who helped lead the Raptors to an NBA championship, is now calling the shots of the Mavericks. 1-0 is low. Count 2-0. And Jesus Sanchez, who's batting, huge Mavericks fan.
You're making that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say former Miami Marlin, which wouldn't have dovetailed with the conversation.
The Miami Heat just acquired Giannis. 2-0. That's inside. Count 3-0. So Evaldi fell behind Varsho 3-0 and walked him. He's now behind Sanchez, the left-hand hitting outfielder, 3-0. Rangers are leading 3-0. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Evaldi at the belt, slides home. The pitch is a fastball for a strike. He painted the plate there, brought to you by CertaPro Painters. Choose happy, choose CertaPro Painters. Visit CertaPro.com. Patrick Corbin has thrown 44 pitches through 2 innings. Nathan Evaldi has thrown 22. He's about to throw number 23. The 3-1. Swinging a shot foul. A slicing liner just beyond the Blue Jays dugout. Third base side. Count full. Yeah, we saw Maple Leafs Canadians.
Les Habitants.
See. Oui, oui.
But oui.
We had some nice seats.
We did. You were to be commended. You handled that situation really well.
3-2 upstairs. Ball 4. So Evaldi walks his second of the inning. But Kyle Higashioka is challenging it. Oh, what do we have here? I think he might be right, actually. He's right.
Boom.
Strike 3. Sia Sanchez. Couple strikeouts in the inning for Evaldi. We go to the third. It's 3-0 Rangers on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
More Ranger Baseball next after a word from these sponsors.
Wesley House Assisted Living at 1044 Church Street is here to care for the most important residents of Hopkins County, your loved ones.
The Wesley Colleges offer independent living with the peace of mind of knowing that there's always someone there to help. The knowledgeable staff of Wesley Assisted Living strives to provide a worry-free lifestyle with all the care and help you need. And the memory care community keeps residents safe while letting them engage and remain active during their stay. Stop by and see why Wesley House is here to make you feel at home.
Here's your KSST KRVA FM weather. Pretty hot and humid today. It looks like that pattern will hold all the way through the upcoming weekend. Low 90s on today's high. The heat index close to 100, sunny and a little windy. Overnight will be clear, mid to upper 70s, hot and humid on Saturday and Sunday with sunshine, low to mid 90s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton on KSST and KRVA FM.
I needed a debit card that fit my lifestyle. Now that I have my Alliance Bank debit card, I can use it anywhere MasterCard is accepted. ATMs nationwide, online, or almost anywhere I shop. Forget the risk of carrying cash or using checks. I have what I need with me. A card that's important to me. My Alliance Bank debit card. Smart, safe, and fits me perfectly. Mobile web apps, text, social media, or in a branch. Simplify your life. Contact Alliance Bank today. AllianceBank.com. Alliance Bank member FDIC.
But what if your AC breaks?
Oh, that's easy. Go to callbakernow.com.
Now that's a great call, Mike. If you need your AC repaired or replaced, go to callbakernow.com and schedule now. Baker Brothers. Great service.
We go to the third inning. Rangers leading 3-0. Nathan Eovaldi had an overturned strikeout to end the bottom of the second. Would have been ball 4. Instead was strike 3. So it's 3, 4, and 5 to up for Texas. Nimmo, Berger, and Foscue.
Man, that's how you use an ABS challenge right there.
No doubt. Iggy helping his pitcher get back into the dugout. Here's Nimmo. First pitch. He swings and pops one up off the fist, back of home and out of play. And Nimmo, an RBI double his first time up. One of 3 RBI hits for the Rangers in the first inning. Nimmo's double kicked off the scoring. Then Justin Foscue, an RBI single. Ezekiel Duran, an RBI single. Corbin faced the minimum in the second, using some help from Vladimir Guerrero. The 0-1 slider outside. Wyatt Langford tried to extend a single into a double. An awkwardly hit ball that just barely got beyond Guerrero's reach and kicked about 30 feet beyond the infield into foul ground, and Guerrero recovered to throw out Langford, trying to take 2. 1-1, and Nimmo misses low and wide. Corbin, middle of the rubber, winds and deals, and the 2-1 is a swing and a miss on a slider. They don't call him Slider Man for nothing. I don't know if they still call him that here. That was something that started last year when Corbin had to miss his scheduled start because of a spider bite. And Corbin's young son is a huge fan of Spider-Man, and with his penchant to throw the slider, alas, you had Slider-Man. Nimmo checks his swing on a slider that gets by Valenzuela. He didn't go. And the count's full.
Did we ever come up with a song for that? Slider Man throws his slider whenever he can.
I think he just did. Top of the charts. Watch out. Grammys, here we come. 3-2. Swinging a foul back. Nimmo got a fastball up, able to hang in there, and so the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Spins the ball all the time. All he gets are weak flies. Look out. Here comes the Slider Man.
3-2. Breaking ball, foul towards the back of the Rangers dugout. You were doing really well until that last couplet.
Yeah, I hit a pause there. You know, missed rehearsal today.
Was it the top of the CN Tower? 3-2. Strike 3 call. A cutter this time that froze Nimmo. So Corbin, the strikeout to begin the inning. And there's one away with Jake Berger coming up. Corbin now with 4 strikeouts. He struck out Berger for the first out of the ballgame. And I want to remind you that Progressive Insurance offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, ATV insurance coverage. Progressive protects them all. Learn more at Progressive.com and find out about your opportunities to bundle. First pitch to Berger is a sinker that misses ball one. Corbin the wind and pitch. Wave and a miss. Big cut. Berger went after the slider at 79 and the count's 1-1. Jake struck out swinging in the first. Now he calls time. Big hole on the right side with the second baseman shaded towards the middle. The 1-1 is swinging a foul back. That's Clemente at second. Jimenez, the shortstop. He's standing on the outfield turf. That's no longer allowed when the pitch is thrown. So he now steps to the very back of the infield. 1-2. Corbin's pitch. Berger sends one foul out of play to the right. Elevated fastball. That's what he swung and missed at in the first. He got a 3-2 fastball just above the zone and tried to go after it. And the 1-2. Another foul. Berger got a sinker from Corbin. Count stays 1-2 strikes. In the first inning, Berger struck out on the sixth pitch of his at-bat. He's about to see a sixth pitch here. 1-2. In the dirt. He lays off the slow slider. Count now 2-2 to Jake. Jake riding an 11-game on-base streak. His home run yesterday, by the way, his first career homer against the Blue Jays. I mentioned this in yesterday's broadcast, but now the only American League team against which he hasn't homered is Seattle. 2-2, Tapper foul, first base side. So Berger making Corbin work. He's going to see an eighth pitch. And one of Matt's favorite stats, foul balls with 2 strikes already in the count. Berger's notched 3 of them so far. 2-2. Swinging another foul, make it 4. This one curled towards the Blue Jays side of the field over the third base side.
This is good. Nimmo had 2 of those foul balls after 2 strikes. Rangers racking it up and working up Corbin's pitch count here.
Corbin about to throw 61st pitch of the game. The 2-2 to Berger. In the dirt. Jake does a nice job laying off the slider. So the count has gone full. Jake going to see the 10th pitch.
Total of 9 foul balls for Ranger batters after 2 strikes already against Corbin.
Payoff delivery. Upstairs, ball 4. Jake Berger has now reached in 12 straight games, and he continues to demonstrate that much improved patience. Rangers with a 1-out base runner for Justin Foscue. Foscue an RBI single in the first. And the first pitch here from Corbin is over but high. Justin single, an odd one. Came on a 3-2 pitch, and as Corbin was coming set, the 2 middle infielders rushed in from their spots towards the back of the infield to an infield in alignment. 1-0 is outside. Squirts away from Valenzuela, but not far enough for Berger to advance. So Jimenez, the shortstop, was rushing in, and then Foscue proceeds to hit a soft line drive over his head that would have been just a routine play had he not moved in. 2-0. And there's a strike at the top of the zone to Foscue, a slow slider at 76. Just catching the outside corner as well. Foscue maintaining the discipline not to challenge. I think that was, in fact, just barely a strike. 2-1. A swing and a high fly ball to left. If it's fair, it's gone. Hooking, it is a fair ball and out of here. Justin Foscue leaves the yard with a 2-run homer. He continues to be a nightmare for lefties. His 5th homer of the year, and the Rangers lead 5-0.
Got a hold of a 2-1 slider. Rangers are seeing a lot of sliders from Patrick Corbin, and Foscue did not miss. Foscue now 3 home runs in 38 plate appearances against left-handed pitching this season.
That was a no-doubter distance-wise. It was just a matter of whether or not it would stay fair. 389 feet. And that one just fair. As Duran swings and fouls the first pitch off to the right. The bullpens here at the Rogers Center elevated. The Rangers bullpen is a little more towards right center. The Blue Jays bullpen is straightaway left, but the back of the bullpen is not quite even with the foul pole. 0-1 is foul back, or should I say foul netting. It's yellow mesh netting here. And that ball landed in a little pavilion section a half a level above the bullpen, but to the left of the bullpen and still in fair territory. The 0-2 is low. Count 1-2 to Duran. That home run brought to you by Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. One, two. That's low. Count 2-2 to Duran. Zeke with an opposite field RBI single in the first.
I mean, Berger's walk, a 10-pitch walk, was already quality, but even more quality ahead of the Foscue blast.
2-2, grounded to short. Warm burner to Jimenez. He throws to first. Duran retired. And Matt, we'll never know. You wonder, how much did Berger's 10-pitch battle influence the home run, right? I mean, last night, Okamoto hits a 2-run homer after an 11-pitch strikeout against Guerrero. Even though the out was recorded, Guerrero really made Latz work. First pitch to Higashioka is a strike at the top of the zone. Peterson homered on the 11th pitch of his at-bat against Gausman to begin the game. I mean, these lengthy at-bats usually end up paying dividends. 0-1 to Higgy. Downstairs, count 1-1. How about this? The starting pitcher for the Blue Jays, Patrick Corbin, has thrown 73 pitches. Now, he's in his third inning. Nathan Eovaldi threw 2 innings, 24 pitches. 1-1, fouled back, count 1-2. And the pitch count's relevant. Still 2 more games left in this series, even though Gausman was able to battle long enough and turn it over to Woods Richardson to clean up the mess. Blue Jays bullpen wasn't taxed. 1-2 down and in. This is the second game of a 4-game series, so Blue Jays have to go to the bullpen early here. That sets up nicely for the Rangers for the weekend portion of this series. 2-2, 2 outs. The windup in Corbin's pitch. Higashioka slices one in the air to right. Lucas in a few steps. He's got it. That ends the inning. The Rangers tack on 2 runs on Justin Foscue's 5th home run of the season. We go to the bottom of the third. 5-0 Rangers on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
From the city to the Braves we roll. Toe tag on, I'm in control. Saving all that cash, it's a celebration. My toe tag, it's a revelation. $10 to start. No worries inside. Cutting that bill in half all day and night. Driving straight through toes, can't stop us now. Cut my bill in half, that's how. At getmytoetag.com.
In Texas, we've got pickup trucks.
In Monaco, we have super yachts.
Get the best of both worlds with Monaco scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery. Top prizes up to $1 million and enter for a chance to win a luxury trip to Monaco. Must be 18 or older. Play responsibly.
Hey Rangers fans, taste Slurpee Summer at the ballpark. Now with a brand new starting lineup. Try Powerade Blood Orange, Fresca Zero Sugar, and Banana. 3 new refreshing flavors ready to keep you cool all summer long. Now that's a brain freeze you want to catch. Take a break, cool off, and defeat the heat at Rangers games. Find Slurpee in select sections around the ballpark.
You love your land, and you have plans for it. During Kubota Orange Days, you'll love the great deals on our versatile, reliable lineup, helping you turn dream projects into reality. Visit your Kubota dealer today for the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th, get select compact tractors with 0% financing available or save up to $5,500. Sale ends soon. Go to KubotaOrangeDays.com for more information.
Rangers leading 5-0. We go to the bottom of the third in front of a sold-out crowd at the Rogers Center. Two-run home run from Justin Foscue added to the Rangers' lead. The Rangers coming into tonight. We've made a lot of hay about their struggles against left-handed pitching, and the Rangers have struggled recently against left-handed pitching, but specifically against left-handed relievers. First pitch to Brandon Valenzuela from Nathan Eovaldi is a curveball low. And they've struggled against left-handed starters throughout the year, but recently, coming into tonight, their last 3 games against true lefty starters. So we're not counting Wandy Peralta, who was an opener for the Padres, but their last 3 true left-handed starters. 1-0. That's high. That was a game against Cleveland and 2 against the Red Sox. Rangers are hitting .382 with an OPS just under 1,100 in those 3 games against the lefty starter. 2-0. Fastball for a strike. Count 2-1. And they've continued that tonight. 5 runs on 6 hits through 3 innings against Patrick Corbin. 2-1 to Eovaldi. He misses with a cutter just inside. Count 3-1. Injury update brought to you by Bailey & Gallion. You might have heard Matt's conversation with Skip Schumacher prior to the game, but Evan Carter beginning a rehab assignment tonight. 3-1. Strike called. Valenzuela flips his bat and now challenges.
Batter's challenging the strike.
He was confident it was ball 4, but he's going to be wrong on that. He's handing the bat boy his gear. He needs to get it back. Yeah, bub. A little too confident there.
Toronto has 1 challenge remaining.
The call on the field confirmed. Valenzuela thought he had seen ball 4. Instead, the count's full.
A little bit of a different perspective when you're standing there with the bat as opposed to being directly behind the plate with your mitt and calling the game.
And it wasn't like it was an obvious strike, but it was close. 3-2. Swinging a foul out of play to the left. Valenzuela's had a nice year, giving him some grief for his reaction after challenging, but in a rookie campaign, he's hitting .250 and OPS around .770. His offensive production this year has been about 15% better than league average. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Eovaldi about to throw a 7th pitch. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a fly ball to left center. Slicing away from Langford towards Osuna, but it's still Langford pushing towards the gap who makes the call and the catch. And we've got 1 out. So with Andres Jimenez coming up, let's pause for station identification on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Your home for Texas Ranger baseball, bringing you the best good times, oldies, news, weather, and sports. We are KSST, KSSTradio.com.
Jimenez, the lefty, came on as a pinch hitter yesterday, went 0 for 1. But he's been hitting well of late. Last few weeks, batting average over 300. Go back 16 games. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Not in there for his bat, in there for his sparkling glove. Jimenez, a well below league average offensive producer. Doesn't hit the ball hard. Doesn't walk either. 1-0. That's low and away. Count 2-0. I say that, I better be careful. Wind up and the 2-0 pitch from Eovaldi in there for a strike. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Quick Trip. Rangers entered the day effectively in a tie for the third wildcard spot with the Astros, the Athletics, and the Blue Jays. A four-way tie. 2-1. Swinging a chopper foul. Well, we know the score in the Blue Jays game. It's this game. It's 5-0 Rangers. How about those Astros? They've won 3 straight. It's going to be tough for them to make it 4 straight. They're trailing the Tigers 8-0 in the 5th inning. Game started by Spencer Arrighetti. Got lit up. 5 walks, part of the Tigers' efforts, including some walks in front of batters with runners on, and then home runs cashing in on walks. 2-2, swing and a miss. Cutter by Jimenez, 2 outs. Cater Montero pitching for the Tigers in that one, so 8-0 there. The Athletics will play later tonight in Anaheim. JT Ginn pitching for the Athletics. Walbert Urania, hard-throwing righty, going for the Angels. Keep you posted there. Seattle and Cleveland tied at 1. Rangers chasing Seattle in the division. First pitch from Eovaldi to Springer, a swung on and missed, a slow curve. The Rangers entering today game and a half back of Seattle. 0-1. Swing and a miss again. Splitter below the zone. We haven't seen many Eovaldi splitters so far tonight, but uses it there to get ahead of Springer, 0-2. Maybe we'll start to see that pitch second time through a little more often. Eovaldi. Wind up and the 0-2. Swinging a grounder to short. Duran in and to his left has it. Throws to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning brought to you by Pay's Online Checkout. Eovaldi's faced 1 over the minimum through 3. And we go to the 4th. It's 5-0 Rangers on the Trades You Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
More Ranger baseball next after a word from these sponsors.
I get angry just thinking about it. Makes me mad. Little kids doing drugs, it turns my stomach. That stuff hurts. It stops you from living up to your potential. It holds you back. It hurts the user. It hurts his family. And it hurts his friends. I just want to shake some sense into you kids that are using drugs and thinking about using. So remember, don't, or else. Okay?
A message from Mr. T and this radio broadcast station.
Hello, John Sellers from City National Bank to tell you about CMB Bill Pay. Is keeping up with all your bills a hassle? With CMB Bill Pay, you can pay all your bills in one place. You can use person-to-person transfers to pay a friend or individual. CMB Bill Pay also has gift pay for sending a gift or a donation. Rush payments when you forget to make a payment. You also can make loan payments or transfer money to another account. All of this with the enhanced security for your financial safety. City National Bank, your neighborhood bank for today and tomorrow. Member FDIC.
You're listening.
Yeah, you're listening to KSST 1230 AM. Tune in to afternoon drive weekdays at 4 p.m. I can barely get a word in edgewise.
Recording artist Kevin Fowler.
Oh, I love to see those fireflies buzzing, lighting up the southern sky. Yeah, I'm a hell-bent 100% Texan till I die. You know I'm a wild man, but even I know nobody's waterproof. You gotta play it safe. Wear a life jacket and designate a driver for the boat and for a safe ride home.
Sponsored by Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Right, top of the 4th from Rogers Center. Rangers up here 5-0. Alejandro Osuna to lead it off. And he takes a pitch over the outside part of the plate for strike 1. It's a Frostbank Friday here in Toronto. Rangers baseball brought to you by Frostbank. Exactly what you unexpected as Osuna takes one outside, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Osuna bounced out back to Corbin his first time up. This pitch gets whacked foul, high into the air, sailing toward the second deck, into and out of the second deck, and back down below, over on the third base side. So 1-2 to Osuna, to be followed by Lopez and then Langford here in the top half of the 4th. Rangers got 3 in the first, 2 in the third. They have 5 runs on 6 hits. This pitch is outside, pops out of Valenzuela's mitt. And that evens things up here to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Corbin nods, turns, kicks and fires. Then that pitch a little bit low. He missed with the fastball. And the count runs full to Osuna. Blue Jays in their City Connects on this Friday night. It's an all-black uniform. It's a bouncing ball to short, charged by Jimenez from near second. He fires to first in time to get Osuna. So 1:08 here in the 4th. Nicky Lopez coming up. Rangers, meanwhile, going with their blue jerseys today and their gray road slacks. I think from a distance, I kind of like the look of the City Connects for the Blue Jays. Problem is, I don't know what color the numbers are, but you can't see them at this distance. First pitch is inside to Lopez, and he hops back out of the way, ball 1. Have to use binoculars to be able to see the numbers, and even then, you struggle a little bit. The 1-0, and that one's popped up very high into the air, shallow right field. Under it is Clement. He's got it, and Lopez is retired. So 2 down in the inning. 4 in a row shut down by Corbin since he gave up the 2-run home run to Justin Foscue. Now we go back to the top of the order, and Wyatt Langford, who is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles tonight. Single out into right center to get the game started. He later stole second and came in to score. And then he had a little chip shot, just a little floater over Guerrero and just inside the right field line, barely out onto the turf in the second. But Langford thought he could stretch it to 2, and Guerrero threw him out. This pitch is in. Ball 1 here to Wyatt Langford. Wyatt, with his 2 singles, now has stretched out his on-base streak to 10 games. He is 16 for his last 39. The 1-0. And that sinker in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Wyatt. Wyatt has also reached base safely now in 13 of the last 14 games. The 1-1. Hard hit ball inside third, under the glove of Okamoto. It kicks off the short wall, back toward the diamond. Wyatt's headed to second. Here's the throw. He slides. He is safe at second. The shortstop, Jimenez, had to go out and get that because the ball, after it hit that short wall right where it juts out closest to the left field line, it didn't continue out into left. It came back toward the diamond. Jimenez had to go out and get it. He made a nice throw to Clement at second, and in a very close play, Wyatt is in there.
Well, that's a great job by Jimenez, staying with it, knowing the ballpark, but Wyatt's speed just barely allowing him to get in, and that's a play that Okamoto should have made.
And the ball was under his glove. First pitch to Josh Young comes in low, ball 1.
It's not easy in that, Wyatt did hit the ball hard, but that's one where you expect Okamoto to be able to glove it, but he's not really in there for his glove. Doesn't have great range, and we saw that right there.
And this pitch a little bit down and in, so 2-0 the count to Young. And once again, just a textbook pop-up slide at second by Wyatt Langford, where he kept his foot on the bag, getting there just ahead of Clement's tag, the 2-0. Fired in there for a strike, so make it 2-1. So credit Langford with a double. He's working on a 3-for-3 ball game. 7th hit for the Rangers. Corbin with the 2-1. Breaking pitch is down, so make it 3 balls and a strike. Young 0 for 1 was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. Now 0 for his last 14, but as we mentioned, his batting average of .296, still 3rd best in the American League. His total of 86 hits, 5th most in the junior circuit. 3-1. And that's a high strike from Corbin on a fastball. So a full count now to Young. 2 men out, Langford at second. Rangers leading by 5 here in the 4th. The set and the 3-2. And that's a called 3rd strike, and Young right away challenging.
The batter is challenging the strike call.
So an ABS challenge coming here. ABS challenges have been good to the Rangers tonight. Here, not so much. After the ball, over the outside corner. So Young is out on strikes, and that will conclude the Rangers half of the fourth. No runs, a hit. Langford is stranded at second through 3.5. It's 5-0 Texas on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Give me that golden. I'm obsessed, it's the best, not a crave, won't rest. This spice hits bite with a crunch that's tight, locked in. Hey, give me that.
Golden Chick is chicken for chicken fanatics, so don't settle for basic. It's time to step up your chicken game with 4 golden tenders for just $5. 4 tenders for just $5? Lock in for real. Golden Chick is an official partner of your Texas Rangers.
Golden Chick.
Just because the Texas Rangers are in action doesn't mean you have to sit in the dugout. At Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, you can bring your A game to our array of thrilling table games. Experience edge-of-your-seat excitement at over 7,000 slot machines. Or grab an ice-cold beer at one of our sports bars the next time the Rangers suit up. Get your game on at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Texas Rangers.
More Ranger baseball next after a word from these sponsors.
Your number one source for sports is KSST 1230 AM and Translator 101.3 FM. We carry Texas Ranger baseball and are the official station for Wildcats and Lady Cat sports. Some of these local games, such as Wildcats football, are played back on cable TV, Channel 18, at a later date. We also post some of our sports news stories on KSSTradio.com. Continuing to bring you the latest in sports, news, weather, and good time oldies, KSST Sulphur Springs.
Chips and chicky patty sandwiches. I'm a Bowie Wildcat. I never listen to Afternoon Drive. I feel like I'm doing the news.
You can catch Afternoon Drive right here on KSST, 4 to 6 p.m. weekday.
3 and 4 coming up here for Toronto in the bottom of the fourth. Rangers up 5-0. First pitch is popped up into very shallow left. Angling out is Duran. Zeke still on the move, makes a running catch just inside the line, probably about 25 or so feet from the infield dirt. So Nathan Lucas out on one pitch. And that brings up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Guerrero hit a ball hard his first time up, but lined out to Wyatt Langford out in deep right center. Guerrero, a history of success against Nathan Eovaldi. First pitch to Guerrero. And that's just a little bit inside. Ball one. Guerrero now 12 for 28 lifetime against Eovaldi. 429 batting average. Couple of home runs, couple of walks. The 1-0. And that one is down, so make it 2 balls and no strikes. One other Blue Jay with a history of success against Eovaldi, but he's not in the starting lineup tonight. Alejandro Kirk is 7 for 14 lifetime against Big Game Nate. 2-0 on the way. And that one is hit to the right side, and it rolls softly out on the right. Opposite field single for Guerrero. That is the first hit off of Eovaldi this evening. Clean single. There's Kaz Okamoto. Okamoto struck out swinging in the second. Okamoto 2 for 4 yesterday with that 2-run home run off of Jacob Latz in the ninth. And the right-handed hitter takes this pitch low and outside for ball one.
Kazuma Okamoto's walk-up song is Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. I'd love to know the story there.
Goo Goo Dolls from nearby Buffalo.
Oh, it's at the suggestion of Davis Schneider.
The 1-0 lifted high and foul out of play on the right side. 1-1.
Apparently Okamoto was asked if he wanted an American walk-up song, and when he said yes, Schneider said, all right, Iris. And he said, okay.
And he just went with it.
And apparently it's caught on here at the Rogers Center. A lot of fans will sing along.
The 1-1. And that's in there for a strike, 1-2.
Probably been going goo-goo over his power that he's demonstrated his rookie season.
Exactly.
A lot's been made over the rookie campaign of Munetaka Murakami of the White Sox, and deservedly so, but Okamoto's been really good.
18 home runs on the season. This pitch gets away from Eovaldi. He misses with the cutter. Evens the count to 2-2. Including his home run yesterday, Okamoto 3 home runs, 9 runs batted in just the last 5 games. He stands upright as he looks out to Eovaldi. Guerrero at first, 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Rangers leading 5-0. And a swing and a miss here as that curveball coming in toward Okamoto. He went after it and strikes out for a second time. 2 away here in the 4th. 4th inning brought to you by the Texas Lottery, which proudly supports Texas education and veterans. Thanks to the Texas Lottery, Metroplex ISD employees can take advantage of savings on select Texas Rangers games this season. Look for ticket specials on Rangers.com. Here's a swing and a foul that stays right at the plate. Strike 1 to Dalton Varsho. Varsho drew a 4-pitch walk in the second. The former Diamondback. Varsho in his 7th big league season, his 4th with the Blue Jays. Playing at the age of 29. Varsho turns 30 this coming Thursday. Back in the box, left-handed hitter awaiting the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Curveball that time at 77 from Eovaldi. And the count 0-2. Opponents hitting .217 against Eovaldi's curve this year. Pitch that he throws just over 20% of the time. No balls, 2 strikes the count. And the pitch. And Eovaldi missed upstairs with the sinker. So that'll make it a ball and 2 strikes. Pretty impressive, Eovaldi to this point in the season. The swing and miss rate on both his curveball and his splitter right around 36%. A 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. This on the cutter. Varsho is out on strikes. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We've played 4 in Toronto. Rangers lead at 5-0 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Winning takes focus, strategy, and the right team. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and here in Texas, we're proud to work with Rangers legend, Michael Young.
Hey Jeff, you're right. Baseball is a team sport. Every player has a role. That's how championships are built. Off the field, I wanted the same kind of team around my financial life.
That's exactly how we built Trajan Wealth. Most advisors just manage investments and refer you somewhere else for tax and estate planning. We built a family office model that brings it all together. Wealth, tax, and estate. One coordinated team working together on your financial plan.
That's why I trust Trajan. They look at the whole game, not just one inning.
If you want one team working together on your financial future, call Trajan today.
469-949-TEAM. That's 469-949-8326.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
As the original American single malt from Texas, Balcones Distilling has been leading the recently ratified American single malt movement from the beginning, right from the heart of Texas. Whether using high-quality Texas grains, collaborating with the uncompromising climate, or adapting to let local flavors flourish, Balcones intentionally crafts every bottle of award-winning whiskey to deliver a true taste of this great state. Balcones, the official Texas whiskey of your Texas Rangers. Must be 21 or older. Please drink responsibly.
This season, when the Rangers turn a double play at home or away, McDonald's owner-operators of North Texas, in conjunction with the Texas Rangers Baseball Foundation, will donate $1,000 to local Ronald McDonald House programs. Go Rangers and get those double plays.
On this Frostbank Friday, the Rangers lead the Blue Jays 5-0. Brandon Nimmo steps into the box. Nimmo 1 for 2 with an RBI double to his credit, and he hits one high and deep down the left field line. Sanchez disappears into the corner, and What happened? He made the catch. We can't see it from our vantage point with that angled wall that goes up sharply really high, and then we watched our monitor and they didn't have a camera on it either. So he made a catch somewhere in the corner. Wow. He actually made that catch as he crossed the line and banged into the wall. So a nice job by Sanchez to make that play. Here comes John Schneider. That will be all for Patrick Corbin, who was at 93 pitches. So he throws 94, and he is done. Coming in from the bullpen is the Rule 5 right-hander, Spencer Miles. So Corbin will give them 4 1/3 here today. Not 5 innings, but more than he had given them in any of his last 3 starts. For the Rangers up 5-0 and a pitching change happening. We pause for this on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Rangers fans, tired of striking out on tickets? Ticket eStore has you covered. With no hidden fees, Ticket eStore, an official partner of the Texas Rangers, has been helping fans score the best seats at the lowest prices for over 25 years. With deep DFW roots and unmatched customer service, our team makes finding the perfect tickets easy.
Texas is hiring, and Luxor Staffing is leading the way. As Texas's go-to staffing agency and official staffing partner of the Texas Rangers, Luxor Staffing connects top employers across DFW with qualified candidates in warehouse, distribution, manufacturing, and more. Job seekers get great pay, benefits, and room to grow. Employers get reliable talent fast. Whether you're looking for your next opportunity or your next great hire, Luxor delivers. Step up to the plate and visit LuxorStaffing.com today. Luxor Staffing, the name Texas trusts most.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX. Because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Well, Spencer Miles coming on to pitch here, making his first appearance in the series. We mentioned he's a Rule 5 pick from the San Francisco Giants, so the rookie having to stay on the big league roster this year is on for the 23rd time. He's 3-1 with a 3.17 ERA. He goes up against Jake Berger. First pitch, Berger pops it up foul, coming back out of play off to our right for strike one. Miles, in his 22 appearances, 37 hits allowed in 48 1/3. He's held opponents to a 2.06 average. He's walked 16. He has struck out 47. Here's a bouncer left side, fielded by Jimenez at short. And his throw in time, Berger is the second out. I should also mention that Miles is an extreme ground ball pitcher. He rates in the 93rd percentile on ground balls. 55% of the balls put in play against him are hit on the ground. He is a sinker, curveball, slider pitcher. His average sinker velocity right at 96 miles an hour, a pitch he throws 38% of the time. Here's Justin Foscue, and he'll look at a sinker. This one at 98 for strike one. And Foscue against the lefty Corbin was 2 for 2. RBI single over the drawn-in infield in the first, and then a 2-run home run down the left field line in the third. Here's a chopper toward first. Guerrero has it, calls off Miles, steps on the bag, and the combination of Corbin and Miles fashion a 1-2-3 top of the fifth. We've played 4.5 in Toronto. Rangers lead 5-0 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX. Because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
That was a Moonshot. Moonshot is powering big wins off the field, building UL 891 switchboards in our 500,000 square foot Texas facility for the AI revolution. Family owned, Texas made. Moonshot, making the impossible possible. MoonshotUS.com.
Texas Rangers Hall of Famer Elvis Andrus.
Baseball has given me amazing moments, but what matters most happens off the field. Family, memories, and the future we're building together. As a player, I prepared every day for what might happen tomorrow. That's why I believe in Globe Life. Globe Life helps families feel secure and ready for whatever tomorrow brings.
Globe Life is the official life insurance of the Texas Rangers.
Globe Life, make tomorrow better.
In Texas, we say yeehaw.
In Monaco, we say enchanté.
We got pickup trucks.
We have super yachts.
But now you can have both. Get the best of both worlds with Monaco scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery. Play for a shot at top prizes up to $1 million. Or enter for a chance to win a VIP trip to Monaco where you could become a millionaire.
That is a lot of money.
You've got that right. Au revoir.
Must be 18 or older. Play responsibly.
Bottom half of the fifth. Clement, Sanchez, Valenzuela due up here against Nathan Eovaldi. Rangers with a 5-0 lead. Rangers 5 runs, 7 hits. The Blue Jays no runs and 1 hit. Clement flied out to deep right center his first time up. That was the ball that almost resulted in a collision between Nimmo and Langford. First pitch here, and Eovaldi drops in a curveball for strike one. Eovaldi just 53 pitches thrown to this point in the ball game. Ready now with the 0-1. And that one is lifted into center field. Langford will turn to his left, move back a few steps, and make the catch in straightaway center to get Clement for the first out. Brings up Jesus Sanchez. Fifth inning brought to you by Balcones. Discover Balcones Distilling, the original Texas whiskey. Sanchez called out on strikes his first time up. So far, Eovaldi with 5 strikeouts on the evening. Sanchez, left-handed hitter. Eovaldi sends in the pitch on the PitchCom device. Now he kicks and throws. And this one down the middle at the bottom of the zone for strike one. Sanchez thought the pitch was low, but he doesn't challenge. He may have been right on that. But both teams, I believe, are at 1 ADS challenge remaining, and Sanchez didn't feel all that confident. He asked for time here and steps on. Awaiting the 0-1. And here it is. Swinging a foul off of Higashioka. 0-2 the count. Our Aces update brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, where the players play. Well, Milwaukee's Jacob Mizorowski is pitching tonight, but that's not where we're going for our Aces update. Instead, we go to St. Petersburg, Florida, where the Tampa Bay Rays lead the Arizona Diamondbacks 3-1. This pitch comes in high, and the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. That game right now in the top of the 6th inning. Nick Martinez, the former Texas Ranger, is having an ace-like season. He just got pulled in the top of the 6th. He's pitched well. Here's a fly ball out into center. Again, Langford going to work. A few steps to his right to make the two-hand grab. And we've got 2 men out here in the last half of the 5th. Valenzuela coming up. Martinez, just a run allowed on 6 hits. No walks in 5 2/3. 3 strikeouts. His ERA for the year at 2.66. His counterpart for the Diamondbacks, Zach Gallen, who's given up 3 runs over 5 innings. Just 1 hit allowed, and that 1 hit was a Junior Caminero 3-run home run in the first for Caminero, his 20th home run of the season. There's a ball hit high and deep down the right field line. Nimmo in pursuit. This one is foul. And not by a lot. It's 328 down the right field line. And I think that was just to the right of the stripe, off the wall in foul ground. So Valenzuela coming close, but nothing more than strike one. Valenzuela flied out to deep left center on a ball caught by Langford in the third. Takes a while for everybody to get back in place here. Eovaldi now ready with the 0-1. He kicks and delivers. And that pitch right at the bottom of the zone for a strike, a well-placed cutter. Eovaldi has used his cutter very well tonight. The count now 0-2. Infield playing the switch-hitting Valenzuela, batting from the left side here to pull. The 0-2. Check swing. That pitch hit in the dirt. So make it a ball and 2 strikes. Langford playing him to go toward left center. Osuna is straight up in left. Nimmo deep in right and a couple of steps toward the corner. 2 out, nobody on. Rangers leading 5-0. Eovaldi gets that right foot planted in the middle of the rubber. And now deals. And that pitch just a little off the outside, trying a backdoor cutter. So make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Valenzuela, a native of Hermosillo in Mexico, made his big league debut early this year. April the 5th in a game against the White Sox in Chicago. 2-2, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Went to the fastball that time. Eovaldi retires the side in order. A 1-2-3 inning brought to you by Pays Online Checkout. We'll move along to the 6th. Rangers up 5-0 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
More Ranger Baseball next after a word from these sponsors.
Look, the storm knocked down that big wire.
Hey, let's jump our bikes over it.
Now, we better move it off the road.
No, you better leave that power line right where it is. There's enough electricity there to fry an elephant.
We didn't think it was dangerous.
You'd have found out too late. Remember, never play around electrical wires or you could be playing with fire.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe! When the wild calls, the Kubota RTV X1140 was built to answer. Proven diesel engine, heavy-duty suspension, and traction that grips like a mountain lion. It's all engineered around a roomy 4-seat cab that converts into an extra-long cargo bed, so you can prep for a trophy hunt and haul it home effortlessly. Find yours at your local Kubota dealer. Kubota, shape your world.
Your local Kubota dealer is Farm Country, Inc., 1111 West Industrial, here in Sulphur Springs. Hello, friends. Your reluctant DJ here, inviting you to tune in to Afternoon Drive, weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m., right here on KSST 1230 a.m.
Wesley House Assisted Living at 1044 Church Street is here to care for the most important residents of Hopkins County, your loved ones. The Wesley Cottages offer independent living with the peace of mind of knowing that there's always someone there to help. The knowledgeable staff of Wesley Assisted Living strives to provide a worry-free lifestyle with all the care and help you need. And the memory care community keeps residents safe while letting them engage and remain active during their stay. Stop by and see why Wesley House is here to make you feel at home.
We go to the 6th inning. Rangers on top 5-0. 3-run first, a 2-run third. Ezekiel Duran, a part of the 3-run first, with one of 3 RBI singles for the Rangers. And then in the third, Justin Foskey's 2-run home run, adding to Texas's advantage. Nathan Eovaldi threw 5 scoreless. Spencer Miles came on to end the top of the 5th. He starts the top of the 6th, and the first pitch to Ezekiel Duran misses up and in. Duran checks his swing on appeal. That call holds up in the count 1-0.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. gave his opinion too. He also said no swing.
1-0. Slider just off the plate. Count 2-0. To a pitch, strike, top of the zone over the outside corner. Looked like Duran considered it challenging, but ultimately did not. Count 2-1 to Zeke. And the RBI single in the first, a ground out in the third. Right-handed batter awaits. 2-1, swinging a foul, lashed just above the Rangers' dugout first base side, so the count's 2-2.
You happy we're playing both of these games with the roof open?
I hope we play all four with the roof open.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I understand why certain ballparks have roofs, including Globe Life Field, but love when the roof is open. 2-2. Swinging a foul, sprayed out of play to the right. Frostbank Friday. Enjoying it north of the border. The Rangers go to Cleveland after this series, then return home to host the Tigers July 2nd, 4th, and 5th. Tickets at Rangers.com. 2-2. Duran swings and hits one up the middle, through into center field, a base hit. Reached out for a curveball and was able to get wood on it. Multi-hit game for Zeke. Rangers with their leadoff batter on base. Now that first game of the Tiger series, Corey Seager's hitting bobblehead will go to the first 10,000 fans. It's presented by Globe Life. Again, tickets at Rangers.com. Corey not in the lineup tonight, but Skip Schumacher said prior to the game that the expectation is for Corey to play Saturday and Sunday. Returned off the IL yesterday. Walked a couple of times. First pitch to Higgy. He takes over but high. Challenged by Brandon Valenzuela. He's had a tough night with the challenges, and that challenge is incorrect. And he
confirms Texas is out of
rolls his head from one shoulder to the other in frustration now, shakes his head, because the Blue Jays down 5-0 are out of challenges after that errant request. 1-0. Swing and a tip foul. Can't 1-1.
I think Jim Wolf said Texas is out of challenges, but he meant to say Toronto.
Yeah, both teams are blue and red with a T. Even though the Blue Jays are in their Dark City Connects tonight. The 1-1. Duran leaning. Miles sensing it. He throws over Duran back with a dive.
Almost got caught leaning the wrong way at the very last instant. He started leaning back toward first. Had he continued with his lean toward second, he would have been out.
Held on by Guerrero. Miles of the belt. Duran inches towards second. Another throw over, and the ball actually gets away from Guerrero. Duran thought about advancing, but Guerrero found the ball, and so Duran stopped. But now Miles is without a disengagement. Speaking of without, Perry Manassian is without a job. It was just announced that the Angels fired Perry. John Mozeliak will be the interim GM the rest of the year. 1-1, Duran goes. It's a pitch out. The throw by Valenzuela is on time. The tag was missed originally, and Duran danced around the tag, and he's called safe. Immediately, the Blue Jays on the horn to determine whether or not they want to challenge. It was set up perfectly for Clement to apply the tag, but Duran dove behind Clement's tag and then sort of swam on the dirt to continue avoiding the tag and then got to the base in time.
I think that was the breaststroke that he did.
It might have been.
To get back to the bag.
And the Blue Jays aren't challenging.
How about that? Boy,
wow.
They knew he was going to go. Modified pitch out. Clement missed the tag, and somehow Zeke was able to get his hand on the bag over Clement's arm.
That was one of the more athletic dives and avoidances of a tag that we've seen in a while. The 2-1 pitch to Higashioka's strike. So to continue with the aquatic analogy, 2-2 first. Higashioka in the air to right field. Lucas in a few steps. He makes the catch. Duran stops at second. So Duran dove behind Clement to avoid the tag and twisted his torso in such a way to make it even more difficult. Did the breaststroke to further avoid the tag and then popped out of the water like a dolphin for his last act to flop onto the base.
It's pretty impressive.
I'd say so.
We were talking about Corbin being Slider Man earlier. Are we going to call Zeke Aquaman now?
I like it. First pitch to Osuna. Strike. I'd like to say something about Perry Manassian.
Batter is challenging the strike call.
You hear Jim Wolf as Osuna's challenging. Rangers with one miss left, and now they are out of challenges. That pitch is about 50% in the zone. Count 0-1 to Osuna. Perry Manassian might be a good GM. Tough to know. It seems like perhaps forces above him make life a little more difficult in that role. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Osuna late on the Miles pitch. 97.7 on the sinker. Count 0-2. I know there are a lot of folks around the league who believe that maybe a different organization will give Perry a chance and he'll find more success. Manassian family with Rangers ties, of course. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Miles powers the heater by Osuna, 98 miles an hour. So we got 2 outs, runner at second. Lopez the batter.
Well, that was not the only firing today in baseball.
Carlos Mendoza let go. Andy Green will take over for the rest of the year. The first pitch to Nicky Lopez, a strike. Reports are that Albert Pujols might be interested in that job this offseason.
Andy Green, of course, formerly managed the Padres.
0-1. Strike at the knees. Lopez doesn't have a challenge, and had he had a challenge, he would have been right by maybe 2 inches. That was a very poor miss by Jim Wolf.
Yeah.
It was a breaking ball that started in the zone but dropped well below.
I think this is the first time all season both teams have lost their ABS challenge ability in the same half inning.
Yeah. 0-2. Swinging the ball, fisted foul, out of play to the left, and the count remains 0-2 to Lopez. Rangers on top 5-0 in the top of the 6th. Hey, Rangers fans, Budweiser and the Rangers will attempt to break the Guinness World Record for the largest glass of beer poured on July 4th at 1 p.m. in honor of America 250 and Budweiser 150. Come out to the Rangers Plaza just outside of Texas Live to be a part of history. The 0-2. Swing and a jam shot foul, third base side. Count remains 0-2. Miles about to throw his 23rd pitch. Tucks his light glove into his dark jersey, now stands upright as he comes set. The 0-2. Swinging a foul back. Lopez just barely able to nick the elevated sinker. You mentioned back control. Skip Schumacher. Well, back control can be demonstrated in a lot of ways. I think being able to foul that pitch off.
That's part of it.
97 miles an hour, an inch or two above the zone is an example of that. The 0-2. In the dirt, Lopez lays off. Curveball from Miles, and the count 1-2.
Yeah, the ability to spoil pitches where you don't know if it's a strike, but it's close enough, so you don't want to take it, and you just want to spoil it foul until you get a pitch you think you can do something with is truly an art.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Lopez unable to connect on the slider down and in. Strikeout ends the inning. No runs to the Rangers despite a single and a stolen base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Rangers on top 5-0 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
In baseball, there are plenty of things you can count on. A sea of foam fingers, kids lining up for autographs, catching the wave as it makes its way around the stands. In healthcare, there are things you can rely on just the same, like counting on United Healthcare for reliable Medicare coverage with low out-of-pocket costs. With United Healthcare, you'll find a wide range of Medicare plans to choose from to fit your budget, your needs, and your life. Learn more at uhc.com.
Taco Bueno is bringing bold Tex-Mex flavor to Texas Rangers fans with game day meals built around its seasoned steak lineup. Dig into the steak flopping bowl or steak taco platter, packed with fresh ingredients and bold flavor in every bite. The steak flopping bowl also features Taco Bueno's new cayenne tortilla for an extra kick. You can also enjoy a steak taco a la carte with your favorite meal. And when the Rangers score, you score a free taco the next day when you show your app in-store. Taco Bueno, the official taco of the Texas Rangers.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Texas Rangers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Rangers Baseball, LLC.
Hey, Rangers fans, the Backyard Baseball theme night on July 8th will get you a Pablo Sanchez bobblehead in Rangers gear. Visit Rangers.com to get that specialty night ticket. It's when the Rangers take on the Angels. 5-0 Texas. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Andres Jimenez swings first pitch. Rips the ball over the leap of Jake Berger down the right field side. Nimmo plays it off the wall. Jimenez up to second. He gets in with a slide. It's a leadoff double for Andres Jimenez. Just the second hit by the Blue Jays tonight. And they've got the number 9 man in scoring position to kick off the bottom of the 6th.
First pitch fastball. It was a little bit up, a little bit in, and he's able to line it right over Berger. Boy, how loud was the crowd here on that leadoff double with the roof open? Think about how loud it would have been with the roof closed.
A lot of people who were with the Rangers in 2015 will, for unfortunate reasons, tell you that Game 5 in this ballpark is the loudest they've ever heard a baseball game.
No doubt.
Pitched to Springer, curveball for a strike, and it was consistently loud throughout. But obviously, Jose Bautista's home run damaged some eardrums, perhaps.
Yep, loudest I've ever heard on any one swing of the bat ever in baseball.
The one swinging a foul back. Now, George Springer's huge home run in Game 7 of the ALCS last year that turned a 3-1 deficit into a 4-3 lead for Toronto was in Seattle. Had that home run been here, then maybe that would have topped it. And I'm sure there were moments in the World Series that perhaps topped the Bautista home run. Paul, were you here for World Series games? No? Okay. Paul confirms. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Eovaldi, the splitter, gets Springer. And we've got one away in the bottom of the 6th. Big strikeout for Evo, his 7th. First out with a runner at second.
Just really well located, down below the zone. Looks like it might be a strike at the bottom of the zone.
So here's Lucas. First pitch. Eovaldi starts him off with a splitter for a strike. I mentioned the splitter just hasn't been as heavily featured for Eovaldi as it typically is, or even more specifically, as heavily featured as it's been this year. 0-1. Check swing, did he go? Pitch above the zone, he didn't. Eovaldi the last few years has made the splitter a huge part of his arsenal, but this year, coming into tonight, he's throwing that pitch 37% of the time, more than any other offering. But tonight, it's been the pitch he's thrown third most often behind the cutter and the curveball. 1-1. Swinging a line drive to left field, base hit. Osuna plays it on a hop. Jimenez goes to third and stops there. Opposite field single for Lucas. Men of the corners for the Blue Jays. One out for Vladimir Guerrero.
That was a fastball, and it was in the top third of the strike zone. Had a little fade away from the left-handed hitter. But again, a pitch that's up. A little bit better to hit than one that's down, and Lucas drove it the other way.
Well, Guerrero, without a home run in this ballpark this year, just 4 home runs overall, slugging a paltry .358 coming into tonight. It's 1 for 2 with a ground ball single. Rangers would love to get a ground ball here. That would possibly end the inning. Valdi plants his right foot in the middle of the rubber. He comes set with men at the corners and 1 out. First pitch starts Guerrero off with a cutter outside. $5-0 Rangers, bottom 6. Second baseman Lopez shaded towards the middle. 1-0, wave and a miss. Valdi with a trick shot curveball. He had Guerrero way out in front. Blue Jays fans just salivating over the possibility of Vladdy leaving the yard in this ballpark for the first time this year. 1-1. Swinging a ground ball to short. Could be 2. Duran to second for 1. Lopez to first. Double play. A 2-ball for Evaldi. It gets him out unscathed, and it sends us to the 7th. Rangers on top 5-0 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
More Ranger baseball next after a word from these sponsors.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What? No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm going to do my dad dance for all your friends.
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
Okay, we're buckling up. See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time. What?
No!
Superman, man, am I glad to see you.
What are you doing on this deserted road?
Some guys from school drove out here and we're going to start fooling around with drugs. When I told them all drugs do is mess up your head and get you in a lot of trouble, they kicked me out of the van and drove off.
You're right not to get involved in the drug scene. Nobody with any sense wants any part of it.
How do I get home?
That's no problem at all.
A message of health from this radio broadcast station. Afternoon drive chock full of good time oldies, news, weather, and sports. Tune in weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. right here on 1230 a.m.
Optimum Cable Channel 18 has the latest KSST has to offer. Check out not only the latest Wildcat and Lady Cat sports, but also other local events. And keep it tuned in to see video presentations from the past. Don't have cable? No problem. Check out our YouTube channel by going to YouTube and searching for KSST. You may even catch a live Wildcat or Lady Cat home game. KSST has you covered. 12:30 a.m., Optimum Channel 18, KSSTradio.com, and YouTube channel KSST.
Will lead to $1,000 more donated to the Ronald McDonald Houses of Dallas and Fort Worth in conjunction with the Texas Rangers Baseball Foundation. A big 2-ball executed by Evaldi to keep the Blue Jays off the board with men at the corners, 1 out, and Guerrero the batter. So we go to the top of the 7th, 5-0 Texas. Top of the order due up. Here's Wyatt Langford against Spencer Miles. First pitch, broken bat, liner softly hit to short right to Jimenez, who makes the catch. 1 out. Hey, I misspoke last inning when I said Springer's 3-run home run was in Seattle. It was here, but Paul tells us that while that was loud, I guess a lot of people have said that the Bautista home run was louder.
Hard to imagine anything louder than that.
Here's Josh Young. First pitch, swinging a foul back. I'd love to know how loud it was when Joe Carter won the World Series with his walk-off.
The walk-off?
Now, it's very likely that it wasn't louder than the Bautista homer just because the World Series has a little more of a corporate crowd, like
right.
The 0-1. Swinging a foul back. You have more of the seats, not a lot necessarily, but more filled by sponsors or people affiliated with Major League Baseball.
Maybe not necessarily invested in the outcome of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
It's certainly not a neutral crowd by any stretch, but I guess you could make an argument that an ALDS game could have a more pro crowd for the home team by a little bit than a World Series game. 0-2 to Young. Breaking ball sweeps wide, count 1-2.
But the thing about that night, everybody in this ballpark was angry when Bautista hit that home run. So it was the uprising of a nation.
1-2. Swinging a foul. Yeah, it really felt like Canada versus Texas that night. Or honestly, Canada versus the Texas Rangers.
Yeah. I just remember off the crack of the bat, I was doing the play-by-play, and I don't remember what I said, primarily because I couldn't hear myself. Words were coming out of my mouth, but I didn't understand.
1-2, strike three called. Fastball over the outside corner. Young doesn't like the call by Jim Wolf. Rangers had challenges. In part because Young was incorrect on a challenge earlier, but he would have won that one. That one was Greg Maddux type of zone outside. I guess you credit Valenzuela for the frame job. 2 outs. And brings up Nimmo. First pitch, strike call. The 0-1. Breaking ball outside, count 1-1. Miles' pitch. Nimmo twists one foul out of play to the left. Sinks underneath the facade of the second level. So the count 1-2 to Nimmo. He's 1 for 3 at an RBI double to kick off the scoring in the first. Rangers scored 5 runs off their old pal Patrick Corbin. The 1-2. In the air to left. Sanchez back onto the track in front of the wall. Backpedaling, he makes the catch before banging up against the padded wall. And he's down on the track, slowly getting up. He's now on one leg and one knee. And he almost wills himself up as he hobbles along the track. It was almost like the wall kind of caught him off guard. He makes the play, and it's stretch time here in Toronto. Rangers up 5-0 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Ford is here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you value what we value. Now offering employee pricing. American value for American values. Go to Ford.com or your local Ford dealer for more information.
Just because the Texas Rangers are in action doesn't mean you have to sit in the dugout. At Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, you can bring your A game to our array of thrilling table games. Experience edge-of-your-seat excitement at over 7,000 slot machines. Or grab an ice-cold beer at one of our sports bars the next time the Rangers suit up. Get your game on at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, official partner of the Texas Rangers.
Hot dogs! Get your quick trip hot dogs! Toppings bar! All you can toppings bar! Relish, onions, mustard, and more! Frizzoni! Ice cold, home run berry, Frizzoni!
Babe, it's your day off. I thought you weren't going to do the voice.
But we're at QT. Feels just like being at a Rangers game.
True.
Oh, look, peanuts! Peanuts! Get your peanuts here, peanuts! Baseball's back. Get your favorite snacks and more all season long at Quick Trip. Proud sponsor of the Texas Rangers.
The
official home for Wildcat and Lady Cat sports is KSST 1230.
Pitch all year long. Your home of the Rangers, the Fan.
Cosmo Okamoto leading off the bottom of the 7th inning. Nathan Eovaldi, 73 pitches through 6. Got a big double play ball against Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to end the 6th. Okamoto swings first pitch and whips one through to center field, a base hit. Turned to split her around, so 1 on, nobody out. Bottom 7. Let's pause for station identification along the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Your home for Texas Ranger baseball, bringing you the best good times, oldies, news, weather, and sports. We are KSST, KSSTradio.com.
So here's Varsho. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Slow curveball at 74.6 miles an hour. In the count, 0-1. Swing, and that one's hooked foul, first base side. Count 0-2. 2 pitch popped up. Back of second, Duran on the turf makes the catch. 1 out. Such giving up the single to Okamoto. Eovaldi comes back and gets Varsho, and that brings up Ernie Clement. Rangers leading 5-0. Hey, Rangers fans, just a reminder, you can bring your group to Globe Life Field with Rangers group tickets. Rangers.com/groups to learn more and book today. Company outing, night out with friends. Athletics Fan Club, you get special pricing, unique experiences, and unforgettable memories at the yard. First pitch to Clement, inside, ball 1. Well, Jesus Sanchez's spot is due up next, but after colliding with the wall and taking a long time to get off the field, Davis Schneider has moved into the on-deck circle in his place. 1-0. Swinging a bouncer foul. Dr. Hicks diagnosing perhaps an ankle injury, looking at the replay.
Yeah, as he was backpedaling, you're right, where I think he thought the wall was a little farther away. So when he stepped back with his right leg, he thought he was going to be hitting more of the track. Instead, his heel went up on the padded wall, and that caused him to do something. Turn the ankle, kind of pull something.
1-1 is low.
And you could see where his spikes took a little chunk out of the padding there near the base of the wall.
Two and 1 the count to Clement. On the ground towards short, but past Duran's dive and into center field, a base hit. Clement a single, so the Blue Jays with runners at first and second and 1 out. And Davis Schneider is going to pinch hit. Now Schneider, not in the lineup. He's been struggling and hasn't been starting every game against righties. But pressed in action because of Sanchez's collision with the wall. Even though Schneider has struggled mightily this year, he's still beloved by this fan base. Deservedly so.
Coming up here 0 for his last 10, though he did drive in a run yesterday with a sac fly. There is activity behind Eovaldi out of the Ranger bullpen. Peyton Gray getting loose right now, the right-hander.
Schneider with an open stance on the right side. First pitch from Eovaldi is chopped foul along the third base line. So the count's 0-1. Well, Eovaldi here on this Frostbank Friday working on 6 1/3 innings of shutout ball, but runners at first and second threatening that. He's already gotten one double play ball. Certainly love another. 0-1. Fastball ripped wide. Count 1-1. Yanked it a bit. Rangers on top 5-0. Bottom of the 7th. 1-1. Breaking ball low. A curveball that was over but just below the zone. Count 2-1. That was Eovaldi's 84th pitch. Wearing the number 17 on the back of his blue top. Set. 2-1. Swinging a foul at the plate. Ricochets off at Schneider, and the count's 2-2. Broadcast brought to you by Balcones. Discover Balcones Distilling, the original Texas whiskey. Sold out crowd, more than 40,000 in the building tonight. Two. Strike 3 called. Splitter at the top of the zone over the inside corner. Big time strikeout for Nathan Eovaldi. Keeps the runners at first and second. His 8th strikeout of the night. And that brings up Brandon Valenzuela.
Normally that's a pitch that he locates down in the zone, but this one was at the top of the zone, kind of tucked into that corner, the top rail, and just inside the inside corner.
Switch hitter batting left. First pitch. Eovaldi loses the curveball. That's way outside. Higashioka sprawling to his left to receive it. Counts 1-0 to Valenzuela, who flied out to center and struck out swinging. Eovaldi kicks the pitch inside. Valenzuela jackknifes out of the way. Count 2-0. Andres Jimenez waiting on deck. Eovaldi in his long blue sleeves tucks his bright brown glove. On the left side of his jersey now comes set. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Curveball that slowed down to 73. And Valenzuela way out in front and loses his balance and walks across the plate after the swing.
Yeah, normally he's 77, 78 with that pitch, but again, it's the location. A pitch that looks like a strike most of its way in, drops just below the zone.
Count 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch. Outside. Count 3-1 to Valenzuela. One pitch. Eovaldi finds the zone with a cutter. So the count now full. 3-2 with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Rangers on top. 5-0. Senegal versus Iraq. That was the score earlier today. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Curveball at 73. Eovaldi strikes out Valenzuela. He strands a pair, and Eovaldi ties a season high with 9 strikeouts in what might have been his last pitch of the night. 5-0 Rangers. We go to the 8th on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Back to the Rangers in a moment, but now a word from these sponsors.
3, 2, 1. Oh no. Which button am I...
When every second counts, you can't wing it.
Guys, a little help up here?
In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So make a family home fire escape plan. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year so everyone knows what to do when they hear... Prepare your family at ready.gov/fire drill. Brought to you by FEMA, the Ad Council, and Make Safe Happen.
From Dyke, Tyra, Saltillo, and Cumbie, KSST 1230 AM has Hawkins County covered. Our new newscast, Afternoon Drive, 4 to 6 p.m., and the Coach's Show Saturday at 9 a.m. Find out more at KSSTradio.com.
Here's your KSST KRVA FM weather. Pretty hot and humid today. It looks like that pattern will hold all the way through the upcoming weekend. Low 90s on today's high. The heat index close to 100, sunny and a little windy. Overnight will be clear, mid to upper 70s, hot and humid on Saturday and Sunday with sunshine, low to mid 90s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton on KSST and KRVA FM.
We're here talking to one of the fastest growing invasive species in Texas. Hi, I'm Giant Salvinia, nasty invasive species. I double in size every week. I understand you destroy Texas lakes and ruin fishing. Oh, yeah, that's my thing. And that would be why boaters, fishermen, and skiers hate you. Yep, but they do give me rides from lake to lake. Folks, Giant Salvinia clings to boats, trailers, and gear, so remove even the smallest piece and put it in the trash. Don't tell them that! Hello, Giant Salvinia. Goodbye, Texas lakes. A message from Texas Parks and Wildlife.
7 in the books. Rangers up 5-0. Nathan Eovaldi with his season-high tie 9th strikeout to get Brandon Valenzuela. And in the bottom of the 7th, Adam Macko, the lefty on the pitch as we begin the 8th. Again, Rangers up 5-0. Here's Matt.
All right, thank you very much, Jared. Middle third of the order coming up here. Berger, Foscue, and Duran. One other change for Toronto. As Berger looks out to the lefty Macko, who fires high, missing with a fastball at 95. Ball one. Davis Schneider, who pinch hit for Jesus Sanchez, remains in the game in left field. Macko, third pitcher of the night here for Toronto. This offering also comes in high. And that'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. Macko just recalled here to Toronto today. This pitch on the inside corner for a strike, so make it 2-1. Macko, the rookie, on for the 13th time, 2-0 with a 1.50 ERA. A step back, he lifts the leg, the 2-1, swing and a miss. Just a little zip to that 95-mile-an-hour heater, and the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Robbie Ahlstrom throwing in the Rangers bullpen, Matt.
Lefty. The 2-2, and that pitch inside, and it spins Berger out of the box. So a full count here to Jake, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Macko, born in Slovakia, but grew up in Canada. And this pitch a little bit in, check swing by Berger. He did not go on appeal. So Jake walks for the second time.
Matt, it's Jake's 3rd multi-walk game this year, but 2 of them have come this road trip.
So he's on board. He extended his on-base streak to 12 games with his walk back in the 3rd as he scored ahead of the Foscue home run. And here comes Foscue again, 2 for 3. Batting against the lefty Macko, who delivers this pitch, a slider on the inside corner for strike 1. For Macko, in his 12 innings of work, 11 hits, allowed just 2 walks, 12 strikeouts. Big rip and a miss here by Foscue at the heater. And the count now at no balls and 2 strikes. Foscue, an RBI single back in the 1st, then homered down the left field line with Berger on in the 3rd. So he's 2 for 3, a run scored, and 3 RBIs tonight. Macko from the stretch, staring at first, now fires. And this one gets fouled back. Foscue jammed a bit there, so the count remains No balls and 2 strikes. Mako, 17 appearances this year at AAA Buffalo, pitching there to a 4.57 ERA. The kick and the 0-2, and that breaking pitch comes in high. Very high. Make it a ball and 2 strikes. For Foscue, tonight's start, his first since June the 14th in Boston, when the Rangers were facing a lefty starter, Connolly early. 1-2, curled foul, back into the seats down to our right. So we'll hold it a ball and 2 strikes. But Foscue, with his 2 hits off of Patrick Corbin, now 13 for 33 against left-handed pitching, with 3 doubles and 3 homers. A swing and a miss here, though, on a change. And Foscue is out on strikes. It's the first out here in the top of the 8th. Ezekiel Duran coming up. Rangers got 3 in the first, 2 in the third. That's been it. It's a 5-0 ball game. Rangers looking to make it 2 straight here over the Blue Jays. A win here puts Texas ahead of Toronto as far as the wild card standings are concerned. And things are bunched so tightly right now between numerous clubs. First pitch to Zeke comes in low, ball 1. In terms of that final wild card spot, we actually have somewhat of a tie going into play today, as Zeke looks at a strike, 1-1 the count between the Astros, the A's, the Rangers, the Blue Jays. Astros technically with 1 more win and 1 more loss, slightly better winning percentage. Here, pitch in the dirt. It kicks away from Valenzuela, and Berger easily moves up to second. So the wild pitch makes the count 2-1. Berger now into scoring position. Zeke tonight 2 for 3. A couple of singles, a run batted in, a stolen base, snapping him out of what had been an 0 for 7. Mako a look back to second. A second check of Berger. And the 2-1 pitch. Little dribbler foul over by the Toronto dugout. So make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zeke with his first inning RBI single. Now 41 runs batted in this year. That's 5 shy of his single season best of 46 runs batted in back in 2023. He awaits the 2-2. Breaking pitch, and that gets tipped foul off of Valenzuela's mitt. So we'll do it one more time. Mako, originally in the Seattle organization, has pitched in the minor leagues over portions of 7 different seasons. Most of his time in the minor leagues as a starter. Ready with another 2-2 pitch. And this one gets popped foul into the seats, just above the Rangers dugout, first base side. We'll do it one more time. Kyle Higashioka waiting on deck. Now the 2-2. Bouncing ball left side. Jimenez, the shortstop, picks it up, fires to first. Oh, just in time to get Durant. Zeke was flying down the line there. Jimenez, a good arm, a gold glover, a platinum glove winner back in 2023. Rangers are not going to appeal the call. Very close call at first. So 2 men are out in the inning. And here's Higgy. Higashioka has flied to right twice, 0 for 3 tonight. The pitch, breaking ball, almost got him in the back leg. And it's ball 1 here to Higashioka. The 1-0. Taken for a strike. Fastball on the outside corner. Make it 1-1. Higgy 0 for 2 with men in scoring position tonight for the year, hitting .222 in these spots. The 1-1. High and outside. Mako missing with a fastball. So make it 2 balls and a strike. Higashioka has been much better against left-handed pitching, hitting .296 against lefties. .217 average against right-handed pitching. A long look back to second, and now the 2-1, and that's hit high into the air down the left field line. Schneider into the corner, but this one well out of play. So make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. They had the lights flickering just now. I thought for a moment it might be lightning. And we've had some really dark clouds roll in, but there is no precipitation in the forecast right now. The 2-2. Way outside. Good stop by Valenzuela. So a full count now to Higashioka. No rain in the forecast right now over the weekend either. So your wish for 4 days of open roof baseball might just happen. This pitch is inside. Mako missing to the fastball, so ball 4. Higashioka on board with the walk. Both Berger and Higgy reaching on the base on balls. Brings up Alejandro Osuna. Osuna is 0 for 3. He has grounded out twice. But he's been quite disciplined here lately against left-handed pitching. Stays in the box well. Let's see if he can serve something up with 2 on and 2 out. He shows bunt, but instead takes the pitch a little off the plate outside. Mako missing with a slider, ball 1. Now Valenzuela asks for time, steps out in front of the plate, but for just a couple of seconds. And now he'll get back into his position behind home plate. Berger, the runner at second, Higashioka at first. Infield playing Osuna slightly to pull. This pitch is in. Fastball in to Osuna, and the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Outfield fan slightly toward left. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And that fastball hits the inside corner for a strike, so make it 2-1. Skip Schumacher telling the media today one of the reasons why he feels Osuna's had success against lefties is his ability to stay in there, to not be afraid of the fastball in. As he fouls this one up and out of play on the left side, 2 balls and 2 strikes. His ability to be able to hit a slider from a left-handed pitcher, and there he fouled off a slider because he's able to stay in and not fly away or back away. 2-2 pitch. He'll back away from this fastball, which misses high, and the count is now full. And what we've seen Osuna do, breaking pitches from lefties moving away from him, well, he'll go with the pitch and drive it toward left. 3-2 on the way here, and that's hit high into the air, left field. Varsho is back to his right, and he'll make the catch for the final out in the inning. No runs, no hits. Rangers lead 2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Texas still ahead here, 5-0 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Texas Rangers Hall of Famer Elvis Andrus.
Baseball has given me amazing moments, but what matters most happens off the field. Family, memories, and the future we're building together. As a player, I prepared every day for what might happen tomorrow. That's why I believe in Globe Life. Globe Life helps families feel secure and ready for whatever tomorrow brings.
Globe Life is the official life insurance of the Texas Rangers.
Globe Life, make tomorrow better.
Winning takes focus, strategy, and the right team. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and here in Texas, we're proud to work with Rangers legend Michael Young.
Hey Jeff, you're right. Baseball is a team sport.
Every player has a role. That's how championships are built. Off the field, I wanted the same kind of team around my financial life.
That's exactly how we built Trajan Wealth. Most advisors just manage investments and refer you somewhere else for tax and estate planning. We built a family office model that brings it all together. Wealth, tax, and estate. One coordinated team working together on your financial plan.
That's why I trust Trajan. They look at the whole game, not just one inning.
If you want one team working together on your financial future, call Trajan today.
469-949-TEAM. That's 469-949-8326.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
This season, when the Rangers turn a double play at home or away, McDonald's owner-operators of North Texas, in conjunction with the Texas Rangers Baseball Foundation, will donate $1,000 to local Ronald McDonald House programs. Go Rangers and get those double plays.
All right, the lefty Robbie Alstrom coming on to pitch to Toronto here in the 8th inning. Texas with a 5-0 lead. And coming up on the 4th of July, that's a Saturday. Rangers next at home against the Detroit Tigers. If you're one of the first 10,000 fans to come out to the ballpark, you'll get the America's 250th birthday jersey, which is presented by Coca-Cola. Tickets are available at Rangers.com. Of course, we have 2 more here in Toronto and then 3 more in Cleveland before the Rangers make their way back to Arlington to take on the Tigers. All right, Alstrom in to pitch now. Robbie Alstrom here to the lefty hitting Andres Gimenez, and there's a little short one-hopper that sneaks past Young out into shallow left. It's hit so slowly that it's Ezekiel Duran who picks it up out in shallow left. So an opposite field hit for Gimenez, just past the reach of Young to get the Toronto 8th started.
Young was in, protected against the bunt, and so that made the angle incredibly difficult for him to range over and make the play.
Gimenez now 2 for 3 tonight. Doubled his last time up, but was stranded. George Springer now at the top of the order, and a fastball from Alstrom hits the bottom of the zone. 4 strike 1. Springer 0 for 3 tonight, 0 for 7 in the series. Large crowd here tonight trying to get the Jays fired up. The 0-1. That ball is hit hard, but yanked foul on the left side. That'll hit off the netting. And the count now 0-2. Alstrom making his 10th appearance of the season. The lefty 2-0 with a .96 ERA. He's allowed just 1 earned run in 9 1/3 innings. 6 hits and 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. The 0-2 fouled back. Off to our right. Nathan Eovaldi tonight. Just a terrific start. 7 shutout innings in which he scattered 5 hits. He walked only 1 and equaled his season high with 9 strikeouts. Again, the 0-2, and that pitch very high. So a ball and 2 strikes here to Springer. So for Eovaldi now, 9 punch-outs in each of his last 2 starts. He had 9 in the win over the Padres 5 days ago, getting those 9 strikeouts in 6 innings. Alstrom now with the 1-2. And that one gets fouled back right off the top of the screen behind home plate. Alstrom, fastball slider pitcher. Right-hander Jacob Junis warming behind Alstrom now in the Rangers bullpen. Alstrom also with a sinking fastball, changeup, and a curveball. And he's been a ground ball pitcher since coming up. The 1-2. High. He missed with a change there. So make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Opponents hitting just 188 against Alstrom. And righties batting just 143. He'll miss outside here with the change. And the count runs full. George Springer in his 13th big league season. His 6th with Toronto. Alstrom with the 3-2. And he misses in with the slider. So Springer walks. And Hallstrom in a little bit of trouble here. Runners at first and second. Nobody out now. And we're going to get a pinch hitter. Miles Straw to bat for Nathan Lucas.
Now, Matt, the last thing you want to do is, for a second straight night, not take advantage of a big lead and have to go to leverage relievers. I know Jacob Junis is warming, and if you have to go to Junis, all right, but you don't have to go to Junis and Latz or Junis and someone else. You'd love for Hallstrom to be able to get through this unscathed, or at least get an out or two on the board before they decide to go to Junis, who's warming with some intention. But part of the benefit of getting up 5-0 early is, maybe this is a night you can take things easy on the bullpen. But the Rangers haven't been able to add. That's okay, but you got to make sure that you don't let this one get too exciting.
Definitely not with this big crowd here tonight. Just looking for a little something. And this crowd will get very loud if the Jays can score a run or two or more here in the eighth. So Miles Straw comes up. Straw had the biggest hit in the ballgame last night for Toronto. A 2-run double in the bottom of the fifth that made it a 6-3 game. And the right-handed hitter takes this pitch high from Hallstrom. 4-1. Straw batting .246, 2 homers, 12 runs batted in, a .312 on base percentage. The 1-0, lifted foul and out of play right side, 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Straw known more for his defense than his offense, but has not done too bad this year. He has actually contributed some on offense. The 1-1. And Hallstrom missing high with the changeup. And that'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Straw against left-handed pitching, batting .219. Hallstrom with the 2-1. Popped up, foul, right side. Berger will give chase, but this one back in the seats. So make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tomorrow in Game 3 of this series, Rangers manager Skip Schumacher telling the media that they still have not decided on a starter for tomorrow's game, which, by the way, gets underway at 2:07 Central Time. Cal Quantrill likely to be involved in some fashion, but again, no announcement has been made. Skip telling the media that they would make an announcement after tonight's game. The 2-2. Another souvenir into the seats on the first base side. Skip did announce that Kumar Rocker will pitch the final game of this series on Sunday against Shane Bieber. Dylan Cease is scheduled to go tomorrow for Toronto. And again, tomorrow afternoon's game, a 2:07 Central Time start. Hallstrom again with the 2-2 pitch. And this one is popped up high in the air, shallow right, down the line. Berger going out, Nimmo coming in. Nimmo gets there to make the play. Just a step or two inside the line, very shallow right field. So the pinch hitter Straw pops up and neither runner advances. So Hallstrom gets that all-important first out here. But now we'll have to go up against Vladimir Guerrero, but he won't because he's now faced 3 batters. And Skip is going to make the call for Jacob Junis. So with 2 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th, Rangers leading 5-0. Junis coming in, and as he warms up, we pause for this on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Small stick guy, save it. It's a winner mix. Saving dollars is a treat, no trip. I'm cutting toll bills in half with my toll tag. Cut my toll bills in half. Toll tag shining every day. Money in my pocket, I'm feeling great. Half the bill, double the thrill. Double the thrill. So get that toll tag for just $10. The crew, cut that toll bill. Watch your dreams come true. Half the bill, double the thrill. I get mytolltag.com.
It's time to turn your sports knowledge into cash with PlayScore, a brand new game where you can win 35 times your money by simply picking which players will perform better. Trout vs. Seager, Judge vs. Ohtani, Soto versus Freeman. Pick who's going to score more fantasy points and you win. Download PlayScore in the App Store today. That's PlayScore with the Q. PlayScore. It's time to make your picks and win with PlayScore.
How will you perform in your next game or workout? Depends on how you recover from the last one. Get the 3 R's with chocolate milk. It rehydrates with natural electrolytes and 90% water content. Repairs muscle with 8 grams of high-quality protein per 8-ounce glass. And replenishes energy with the ideal carb-to-protein ratio. It's the sports drink nature intended. Get built with chocolate milk at betterwithdairy.com/performance.
All right, Jacob Junis on for a second straight night here in Toronto. Yesterday, an inning of shutout relief in which he retired all 3 batters he faced, though he got to 3-0 to the first 2 men that he faced, but he ended up getting them out. Junis has had a great season so far for Texas, on for the 30th time here. The right-hander 1-1 with a 2.14 ERA. He also has 5 saves, given up just 25 hits in 33 2/3, and he goes up here against Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who is 1 for 3 tonight. He singled back in the 4th. Jimenez at second, Springer at first. And this pitch gets away from Higashioka, goes all the way to the backstop, and both runners will move up. Junis, who has been an extreme strike thrower all season. That pitch was way inside. It just went off of Higashioka's mitt, probably a pitch that Higgy would tell you he needed to catch. But now you've got runners at second and third. Infield stays at normal depth. Here, a sweeper misses outside, and the count to Guerrero at 2-0. Guerrero 2 for 4 lifetime against Junis. The pitch over the inner half for a strike. Fastball that time. And then makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. 5-0 Rangers lead, but Toronto threatening here in the 8th. The 2-1 popped up foul out of play right side. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Frostbank Friday night here at Rogers Center. Rangers got 3 in the first, 2 in the third. That's been it, but now you've got Jimenez at third, Springer at second, only 1 out. The 2-2 popped up, foul right side. This one will make its way back into the seats, about a half dozen rows just up above the Rangers dugout. So we stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Guerrero for the year hitting .250 with men in scoring position. Junis works out of the stretch. Again, the 2-2 line drive, base hit right center. Jimenez scores. Springer being waved around third. He scores standing up. Vladdy Jr. with a 2-run single out into right center. The Blue Jays are on the board. It's 5-2. Guerrero RBIs 33 and 34 on the season. Junis now to Okamoto and a swing and a miss. Okamoto not really sure on that sweeper. And he's behind in the count here at 0-1. Okamoto singled his last time. He's 1 for 3. Crowd into it now. The 0-1. Swing and a foul right at the plate. Okamoto behind in the count at 0-2. Junis ready with the 2-strike pitch. And he missed high and outside. Fastball at 93. So make it 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's a bummer that he missed in an uncompetitive place because Okamoto was late on both those sweepers. He was clearly protecting against it. I feel like Junis had a chance there with the fastball.
And here's a ball lifted high into the air, pretty deep left. Osuna going back. He's at the track, at the wall. He leaps, and it's gone. Right where the wall starts to get a little bit higher from the Toronto bullpen for a second straight night. Okamoto with a late two-run home run to make it a one-run ball game. It's 5-4.
It was on the sweeper. It seemed pretty evident through the first two pitches that he was sitting on that pitch. I think a fastball in a more competitive spot on 0-2 would have put him in a tough spot, but it really wasn't in a competitive spot. Junis went back to the sweeper, and that wasn't a hittable spot, and Okamoto was ready for it.
Just made it over the wall, so it's now a one-run game, and Dalton Varsho stands in as the potential tying run. He takes strike one. For Okamoto, his 19th home run. He's up to 53 RBIs. The 0-1 right through the mitt of Kyle Higashioka. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Okamoto now 4 home runs and 11 RBIs in Toronto's last 6 games. Swing and a miss here. And the count now 1-2 to Varsho. That's just the second home run that Jacob Junis has given up this season. But the second home run that he has surrendered now in a week as Varsho fouls this one off. And the count at a ball and 2 strikes. He gave up a home run last Friday at home to the Padres. The 1-2 swing and a ball pulled foul off the netting above the Rangers dugout. So we stay at 1-2 here to Varsho.
Peyton Gray throwing for the Rangers. He wonders, Jacob Latz available tonight? Would they try go somewhere else to shut it down?
And a swing and a miss. Varsho bailing on that changeup. And he strikes out. That's the second out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, Matt, it really seems like the Blue Jays hitters are daring Jacob Junis to beat them with something other than a sweeper. And he goes to the changeup there, and he met that dare, but they seem ready for the sweeper.
Here's Clement, and he takes a sinker on the outside edge, strike one. Chance of Ernie go up here. And he swings and drives one into right center. Nimmo on the move, pulls up, and the ball lands for the base hit. So Clement singles the other way. He's 2 for 4. Tying run on board now, and Alejandro Kirk is going to take the at-bat. And everybody's standing here because it's Alejandro Kirk jersey giveaway night. Clearly, Kirk a fan favorite, and being announced here as the pinch hitter. He'll have to wait some time, though, because Jordan Teague's the Rangers pitching coach, out to have a word here with Junis and Higashioka.
Well, the bummer of the Clement hit, first and foremost, it keeps the inning going for the Blue Jays. He's the tie and run. Extra base hit likely scores him. But unless he gets picked off or is caught stealing, it guarantees that the Blue Jays will be able to get their leadoff man, George Springer, up again and just continues to give them a chance to get back into the heart of their order. Well, all these moments are significant. Even if Alejandro Kirk is retired to end the inning, that Clement hit could end up making a difference. And Louis Varland, their closer, is throwing. And that's an indication. Now, he hasn't pitched in a couple of days, but it's an indication that John Schneider's riding the wave of the momentum and wants to make sure that this stays a one-run game if the Rangers get out of this.
First pitch to Kirk. It's in there for a strike. The sinker from Junis. Kirk, oh, by the way, 2 for 3 lifetime against Junis. The 0-1. And that pitch just a little bit inside. He missed with a sweeper. So make it 1 ball and 1 strike for the year. Kirk batting just 196 with a homer, 6 runs batted in. Remember, he recently came off the IL. His knees buckle here at a sweeper at the top of the zone for a strike. And the count now at 1-2. Blue Jays with their rally here in the 8th have now out-hit the Rangers 9-8. But the Rangers still on top 5-4. Clement at first. 1-2 the count to Alejandro Kirk. Here's the pitch. It's outside. He didn't chase the sweeper. And that'll even the count to 2-2. Rangers led 5-0 from the top of the 3rd until just a few minutes ago. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He tried to check, but he went around on a sweeper that was off the plate outside and a little bit low. So Junis and the Rangers survive the half inning, still with the lead, but not before Toronto gets its first 4 runs. Those 4 runs coming in on 4 hits. 1 man is left. We go to the 9th. Texas 5, Toronto 4 on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
More Ranger baseball next after a word from these sponsors.
A ticking bomb means trouble for Batman and Robin.
Holy, breaking and entering. It's Batgirl.
Quick, Batgirl. Untie us before it's too late.
It's already too late. I've worked for you a long time, and I'm paid less than Robin. Same job, same employer means equal pay for men and women.
No time for jokes, Batgirl.
It's no joke. It's the federal equal pay law. Holy act of Congress! If you're not getting equal pay, contact the Wage and Hour Division, U.S. Department of Labor.
In the afternoon, when things slow down, when you're wondering what to do.
Listen to Afternoon Drive on KSST 1230 AM.
Come along, R2. You can't have whooping cough. Droids don't get dangerous diseases like whooping cough or measles, but children do, and they can get very sick, even die. R2, let me tell them. Parents of Earth, childhood diseases can be prevented. Call your doctor or local health department. Immunize your children, please. And may the Force be with you.
Afternoon Drive request line.
My girlfriend has given me a pet name.
I'm afraid to ask.
Snuggle Muffin.
No, it isn't.
And she uses it in public.
All right, so give your girlfriend a name she hates, like Thunder Chunky.
I couldn't do that.
I see. Too harsh for you, Snuggle Muffin? Drown her out with Afternoon Drive.
Got it. Here she comes.
Hey,
coming up soon, James Terry's contribution to this.
What are you doing?
Had a few calls on the request lines.
I am so out of here.
Wait, come back, Thunder Chunky.
Afternoon Drive, 4 to 6 p.m. weekdays on KS.
Inning, and manager John Schneider treating this like a tie ball game. Rangers are up 5-4, but he brings in his closer, Louis Varland here, who's having an outstanding season. And Varland sent to face 9-1-2 in the Texas order. The right-hander deals. And his first pitch is a fastball low and away for ball 1. Nicky Lopez 0 for 3 tonight. Struck out his last time up. That's rare. Just the second time that he has fanned in his last 40 plate appearances. The 1-0 hit hard. Back up the middle. Base knock for Nicky Lopez. Well, he turned on a 98-mile-an-hour sinker, hit it a little to the right of second, and out into center field. So Lopez on board as the Rangers tried to provide a response to Toronto's 4-run bottom half of the 8th. Here's Wyatt Langford now. This season, Varland in 38 appearances, 3-2 with 16 saves. He doesn't have a blown save and a .84 ERA. The pitch, and Langford pops it up, shallow right center. Varsho coming into his left is there to make the running count. So 1 pitch to retire Langford. Wyatt now 3 for 5 tonight. And that brings up Josh Young, who is 0 for 3. Josh has also been hit by a pitch, and he has scored a run. Varland in 43 innings, just 28 hits allowed. Opponents hitting just 185 against him. The pitch way outside. Ball 1. Good walk to strikeout ratio. Varland 12 walks, 58 strikeouts. Now the 1-0. And this one's lifted into right field. Lucas to his left. Toward the line, still on the move. Reaches out, makes the one-hand grab to get Young for the second out. With two men out, Lopez still at first. The batter will be Brandon Nimmo. Coming up on Sunday, July the 5th, the Rangers are hosting the Detroit Tigers, and specialty night tickets will get you a Rangers football jersey. And you can purchase your specialty night ticket by going to Rangers.com. So here's Nimmo, 1 for 4 tonight. And he looks at a pitch that's outside for ball one. Nimmo drove in the game's first run with a double into the right field corner in the first. He has since struck out and then flied to left twice. His fly ball out to left in the 7th is the play on which Jesus Sanchez got injured and had to leave the game. The 1-0. And Varland misses away here with the change. So make it 2 balls and no strikes. Varland, the former Minnesota Twin, in his second season with the Blue Jays. His average four-seam velocity this year, 98.5 miles an hour. The 2-0 popped up foul, going now to play third base side. Sounded like Nimmo cracked his bat, but he inspects it. Seems to be fine. So he stays with it as the count is now 2-1.
Pixie, Jacob Latz, and the Rangers bullpen. Now the Blue Jays can't pinch hit for Jimenez, the lefty, because of the injuries and other moves that they've made. He's due up second.
Throw over to first, and Lopez back to the bag.
And if there's a thought of Lopez running, he might, but Varland, unlike a lot of late-inning relievers, has been really good at controlling the running game on his end.
Here comes the 2-1. Little chopper foul on the first base side, 2-2.
Base stealers against him, successful a little less than 2/3 of the time. That's well below the league average. Valenzuela's got a good arm behind the plate.
Two balls, 2 strikes, the count. The pitch, swing and a foul tip, caught by Valenzuela. And Nimmo is out on strikes. Fastball at 98 takes care of Nimmo. So the Rangers get a leadoff single, but Lopez is stranded. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. Texas clinging to a 5-4 lead here on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Everyone has a horizon, the line you can't see past. Before it, the familiar. Beyond it, the unknown. Enter the Lexus GX. It's designed to be capable. It's designed to be luxurious. But most of all, it's designed to get you past your horizon. And the nice thing about horizons is that once they're crossed, there's always another, patiently waiting its turn. Live up to it. The Lexus GX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
At Frost, some of our services sound too good to be true. Like the largest ATM network in Texas. Early payday, so direct deposits made to personal checking accounts are available up to 2 days earlier. Having a real live banker to talk to 24/7. Or that time a Frost banker gave a San Antonio restaurant her personal debit card number after a customer's card was mistakenly declined at his business dinner. True story. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
The Rangers Tropicalada Smoothie is back at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Score one free with any food or bowl purchase through May 5th using promo code RANGERS2026 in the app or online. Valid only at participating Tropical Smoothie Cafe locations. Terms and conditions apply.
Caught in an online health advice rabbit hole? Get real answers from a real healthcare professional. Call Medical City Healthcare's Consult-A-Nurse to connect to an experienced licensed nurse who can provide health advice where and when you need it. Consult-A-Nurse is available 24/7, and it's free. Call 844-70-NURSE. When it's a question of your health, don't leave it to guesswork. Medical City Healthcare Consult-A-Nurse, the official healthcare system of the Texas Rangers.
All right, bottom half of the ninth inning, Rangers trying to hold on to this 5-4 advantage, and the lefty Jacob Latz coming on for a second consecutive night. Latz picked up the save yesterday, though he gave up a 2-run home run to Kaz Okamoto. There were many defensive changes for the Blue Jays in that top of the ninth. That Josh Young fly ball out to right was caught by Miles Straw, who had pinch hit and stayed in the game in right. Luis Arias came into play in the last half inning at second, and Ernie Clement was in left field. There was a lot going on there. So here's Latz now, and his first pitch is taken by Brandon Valenzuela for strike one. Valenzuela, Jimenez, and Springer are the new batters here in the ninth against Latz. Jacob kicks and fires, and Valenzuela fouls this one back, so 0-2 the count. Last night, Latz faced Clement, Guerrero, Okamoto, Kirk, and Valenzuela. And Valenzuela, serving as a pinch hitter in the ninth inning last night for Nathan Lucas, struck out to end the ballgame. Now the 0-2. And Latz delivers high, so make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Latz on for the 31st time. 1-1 with a 1.89 ERA. 15 saves in 17 chances. Here comes the 1-2. And that ball hit toward the left field corner, fair or foul. It hooks foul up into the seats as that wall sharply angles up toward the left field foul pole. It made it just over the wall, and a fan trying to catch it couldn't hold on. It kicks out into left. And so the count will hold here at a ball and 2 strikes. For the Rangers, some defensive changes here in the ninth inning as well. And time is called. Jared Kelnick now in left field. He was the one in pursuit there. And it looks like outside of Latz and Kelnick, those are the only changes. Osuna is now in right field, so Brandon Nimmo not in the ballgame. This pitch comes in high, and that'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, you've got Kelnick in left, Langford in center, and Osuna in right field. Latz with the 2-2, and he missed outside. Oh, and that's ball 4. So the count was full. And Valenzuela draws the walk. So the tying run is on here. Andres Jimenez will be the batter. Jimenez tonight 2 for 3. Last time up a slow bouncer to the left side with Young playing in. Young will be in again on the turf as Jimenez shows bunt, pops it up foul over near Springer in the on-deck circle. Strike 1 here to Jimenez. Jimenez on the season with a couple of sacrifice bunts. Toronto not shy about putting the ball down. They have sacrificed successfully 13 times this season. He looks to sack again and pops it up foul again. Back into the screen behind home plate. The count 0-2. Let me check that on the Ranger defensive changes. Also into the game now to catch is Elias Diaz. So again, you have 3 defenders, 2 new into the game, 1 in a different spot. The Diaz behind the plate, Kelnick in left, and Osuna in right. Well, is Jimenez bunting here? Probably not, though. Young stays well in on the turf at third. He doesn't show bunt, swinging away, he cracks it foul up the first base line. So the count holds here, 0-2. Jimenez 1 for 2 in his career against Latz. 5-4, Rangers leading in the ninth, but the Blue Jays with the tying run on at first and nobody out. The pitch. Another one fouled off on the first base side. And George Springer is on deck. After him would be Miles Straw, who pinch hit in the 8th inning. Latz into the glove. A look to first. Again, the 0-2. Popped up high into the air near third. Young coming across the line into foul ground, still on the move, makes the running catch. Young had gone well over towards second once the count got to 2 strikes after that first 0-2 pitch. So he had a long run to get to that ball. And Jimenez popping up in foul ground for the first out here in the ninth. Brings up George Springer. Springer 0 for 3 walked in that 4-run bottom of the 8th and scored one of those 4 runs. The pitch to Springer. And that breaking ball drops in just a little bit low. Latz missing with the curve. 4-1. Springer, in his only plate appearance against Latz, drew a walk. The 1-0. At high into the air. Really high into the air toward the left field corner. Kelnick coming into his right toward the line. And he reaches out and makes the catch just across the line in foul ground for the second out in the inning. Let's pause here 10 seconds for station identification on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
Your home for Texas Ranger baseball, bringing you the best good times, oldies, news, weather, and sports. We are KSST, KSSTradio.com.
It's been one heck of a Frostbank Friday here in Toronto. Rangers 1 out away from notching a second win in this series. And here's Miles Straw. First pitch to Straw. He popped him up. It's near first. Berger drifting into foul ground in the first base coach's box. Squeezes it with 2 hands, and the Rangers hold on. They defeat the Blue Jays here tonight in front of a packed, frenzied crowd. The final score, 5-4. The Rangers improved to 40-42 on the season. And we're back with your totals right after this on the Trajan Wealth Rangers Radio Network.
More Ranger baseball next after a word from these sponsors.
When the Wild calls, the Kubota RTV X1140 was built to answer. Proven diesel engine, heavy-duty suspension, and traction that grips like a mountain lion. It's all engineered around a roomy 4-seat cab that converts into an extra-long cargo bed, so you can prep for a trophy hunt and haul it home effortlessly. Find yours at your local Kubota dealer. Kubota, shape your world.
Your local Kubota dealer is Farm Country, Inc., 1111 West Industrial, here in Sulphur Springs. Yes, friends, tune in to Afternoon Drive from 4 to 6 p.m. here on KSST. Chock full of oldies. Remember.
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear. Filling in for Smokey, because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. Guess the song was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
All right, in 3, 2, 1. What is this? This was supposed to be an ad for Afternoon Drive. This is clearly a liner for tune-up, car tune-up. I'm sorry. I can't work with these liners. Can you get Matt in here to check on these? Afternoon Drive, 4 to 6 p.m. right here on KSST, 1230 a.m.
All right, a thriller. We didn't think it was going to be, but a thriller here tonight in Game 2 of the series. Rangers win it 5-4. And again, here are your totals for the Rangers. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 7 left on base. For Toronto, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors, also 7 men left on base. The winning pitcher, Nathan Eovaldi, he improves to 8-7. Jacob Latz picks up his 16th save. Patrick Corbin sustains the loss. He's 2-4. This game was played in 2 hours and 57 minutes before a raucous crowd of 41,689. Our What a Play of the game brought to you by Whataburger, the 2-run home run off the bat of Justin Foscue in the top half of the third inning that gave the Rangers at the time a 5-0 lead. And Our player of the game brought to you by Perimeter Global Logistics. PGL is the official supply chain partner of your Texas Rangers. For winning solutions, head to shippgl.com. Your player of the game, Rangers starting pitcher Nathan Eovaldi, who goes 7 shutout innings. He allowed just 5 hits. He walked only 1 and equaled his season high in strikeouts with 9. Eovaldi improving to 8-7 with the win. He's gotten the decision, in all but 1 of his starts. It's pretty incredible. Jacob Latz now picking up his 16th save. He is 16 for 18 in save chances. The Rangers able to weather the storm of that 4-run, 4-hit bottom half of the